before it just sinks in.
Explodes.
It's very fast.
Oh no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything specific,
interesting.
But like
Yeah.
just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, so we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great.
No.
This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go have a piss. Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy poozy, and
Got a fart in this chair. Is gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait!
John.
Hey!
Oh no! Oh no! Everybody else,
Hey!
What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting music.
How my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
the ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, "No, you fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it." They're like, no, we got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update, not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. No, but it was. Did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No. Sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bed.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What a
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smoother crunchy.
And then Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, you can't tie me out now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice.
Someone get me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marion's got pink eye. She touched her in hole. I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the Governor General of the stream.
God damn it, guys. I took Ritalin today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now? screens. I want to have two screens.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Paul and I were walking through the park, and we walked past the tennis courts. A ball had gone over the fence. Paul went down, grabbed it, threw it over, and the young woman who was playing said, "Thank you, sir."
Oh,
ouch!
Right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking take over this fucking festival, and you're not gonna fucking stop me. Why? All these fucking robots all around the fucking city, right?
Yeah.
Don't knock a spit roast till you try it.
Just hang on. Can you just keep going? Make an appeal right now for us to stop this whole thing. Go ahead, Tom.
I think we should see Paul's face for this. There's going to be tears.
No, your junk in the trunk is not as prominent. Make the camera go lower now. Jesus. Now bounce your bottom, sir.
What are we doing?
Having a nice time. So let's watch
That's
it one more
Batty
time.
Crease's Jamaican for poop shoot.
So I'm on the toilet. The toilet paper's here. I grab some of the toilet paper. I stand up. I turn around.
Whoa!
Frank, no.
A whole lot of the world can get it right round itself if I have a Baba bed.
There you go, buddy. There you go.
What was Tom talking
Whoa,
about?
whoa.
Chris, John, and Irish Ashley combine to make the ultimate team, better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Is anyone muted? I feel I'm muted.
No.
Chris is muted.
Chris is muted.
Oh, hello everyone.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, you know how I am.
I do know how you are. You are. The boomer is back. Ladies and gentlemen, you all heard that noise. The boomer is back. What's the matter, Chris? Chris, we can't hear you. You're muted somehow.
Oh,
Chris, you're still
he
muted.
sent us a message that he's having sound issues. Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah. I feel like Twitch is trying to keep us apart. They don't want the holy trinity of ass chat can't be here. And we're coming in hot too. I just took a massive
so hot.
Actually, I'm having the opposite of you because Chris works out his sound issues. Chris, there we go. Chris works out his sound issues. Let me tell you what I got up to today. I just took definitely my post-travel BM, and let me tell you this right now.
Okay, yeah.
Feels good. I feel like a boot just fell out of me. How are you doing?
Well,
I want you to all know that we have like an admin in our. So please join our Discord, by the way, if you haven't joined our Discord and you're listening. And we have a within the Discord, we have our like sort of like the League of thank you, League of Gentlemen secret chat for the three hosts. And Ashley popped in there. And let me tell you this is Ashley. There's some stuff we will talk about, not talk about. There's one thing where it's like, I totally understand your pressure. That's really shitty. And then you added in, oh, and I think I have hemorrhoids, which let me tell you, nothing makes any situation worse than the addition of hemorrhoids.
Yeah. I literally, in the past hour, I have come to this discovery.
And even if it's a good thing, it makes it so much worse. I just met the love of my life. And I have hemorrhoids.
It can ruin the happiest day of your life.
John is back on the stream, and Ashley has hemorrhoids. And Chris, by the way, I just want you all to know, just to show you, Chris, just still no sound. Looks very bewildered and confused and angry. And there we go. He's back in the fucking penalty box, Bets.
I can
also know I feel like it's my fault that we only have 13 viewers currently on this. It makes me feel like it's
your fault for being gone.
That's right. It feels like it's an insult but that's just because I'm a bit tired. I love putting cream on my anus, and I have hemorrhoids. Hit it. There is John Hoostings. Oh, Baldy, you son of a bitch! Imagine that. Ashley. I've brought the amount of viewers we have for the stream down to 13, and you have hemorrhoids.
And I have hemorrhoids. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
Do you want to hear my hemorrhoid story just to make you feel better?
Yes, I
Okay,
do.
so in 2011, I was on an airplane too many times in 1 week. So the inside of my asshole dried up and the top of my anus, this can happen, sort of dislodged from my body. So I had an internal hemorrhoid. And what happened then combined with that is that I then had a bunch of like carbs and stuff like that. So I had a bunch of big poos all in one. And it made it sort of an internal hemorrhoid. So I basically shit an insane amount of blood, like a crazy amount of blood. I think I've told parts of the story on stream. Like it was we're going, did you get your ass on the plane? On the something. So here's what happened. I'll tell you why I came to that conclusion. So much blood that I immediately went to the hospital because I lived this is in Toronto. My house was here, and then there was an alleyway, and then there was A&E right there.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, this is only the beginning of where the story is going, by the way. So I go into the hospital, and they say, I talk to the nurse, and the nurse goes, just you shitting blood one time? And she's like, was it bright red blood? And I was like, it was bright red. And she's like, okay,
bright red blood. Yeah.
She's like, it's not that big of a deal. But I was like, how? And she's like, was it a lot? And I was like, it was so much blood. And she was like, I remember she's like, was it more blood than feces? And I was like, oh yes. It does. Flying does dry my asshole out, Baldy. And I'm no longer hungry. You have a long journey sometimes, Twitches. We're helping you out. Anyway, so she says, listen, we're not going to admit you. It's triage. That's probably not. She goes, if it happens again, come back. I go back to my house, immediately shit a bunch of blood again, immediately go back to the hospital. And I was like, it happened again. And it was a lot. And she was like, okay. Like, she's like, a lot. And I'm like, it was a lot. She's like, all right.
Okay.
Right. So they admit me, they come in, and then they were like, and then it happened again at the hospital, I believe. I think it happened like 3 big boys. And they're like, all right, we need to do an exam because they were like, this sounds like a hemorrhoid, but they couldn't see a hemorrhoid like visible. And they're like, it should be poking out if it's a lot of blood. So the doctor comes with a bunch of medical students because it's a teaching hospital because they think it's like a crazy asshole issue. And he lays me on the bed flat. And he asks a bunch of information. One of goes, have you been? And then he goes, I'm just going to do an exam. And he's asking me questions. And then I feel pressure on my asshole. And he goes, you need to relax or this is going to take a lot longer. And I was just like, well, bear in mind, there's like 15 people watching me get asshole fingered. And he's like, and literally like, I feel him like really feeling the edges as he's going in. At one point he goes, so have you been doing a lot of traveling? And I go, well, I travel for work. And I go, and then he goes like, what do you do? And I'm like, I'm a comedian. And he goes, oh, do you know Dave Hempstead? And I was like, I do know Dave Hempstead. And then he's like, he's a friend of mine. He goes, you play Yuck Yucks? And I go, yeah. And he goes, I think I've seen you perform. You were very good. And like, now he's deep at the end of my asshole. And then I remember he goes, oh, there it is. There it is. And I was like, what is it? What is it? And he goes, it was great content for Patreon, to be fair. Oh, did I talk about this on Patreon? Shit. And then he explains that I dried out my asshole flying. I dried out my body, and that can happen because I was on an airplane way too many times in a week. I've had a panic attack because of this and this. And then he popped it out, and he was like, you have an internal hemorrhoid. And he's just like, the way the angle it was coming into your asshole is. Yeah.
Wow. I was on a plane last week.
Baldy, I'll take my apology, please.
I was on a plane twice in the past 2 weeks, so maybe that tracks. But yeah, I mean, I've had a little bit of pain in the past couple of days.
And
I kind of
Operation Chokeslam is still in the logistical phase.
Yeah.
So it can't be from backdoor shenanigans fun. Was this an American doctor? I'm gonna say Canadian based on his accent, but could be from America but living in Canada.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of pain over the past couple of days, and then I was in the shower an hour ago.
Oh,
and you know when you're in the shower, it's like, I'm clean now. I can kind of get a better feel than I normally would.
Interesting. Let me ask you this: when you do an asshole exam,
Uh-huh.
I had to have the doctor put the old. Hang on, just that was a big comment, and I feel like I had to have the doctor put the old finger up the bun, waited until she was fully up there to say, "This is how I give you a prostate exam." You know, apparently, I have a pain, sarcastic, fascinating, but please concentrate. Pain where? I have had more of a gut and asshole pain than all of you, and I will bet money on that. Boomstickery, I would like you and Ashley to have an asshole and gut pain competition. So you're
I've
in the
had
shower.
a lot of gut pain.
Let me ask you this question. So you're in the shower. Do you wash your hands and your asshole because you know exactly what's about to happen? So you take care of those two zones first, and then.
Oh no, I've like washed all of my hair and everything.
Oh, and then you do it. That's the last thing you do.
Did I do it before or after? No, I did it before. I washed my hair first because I put in a conditioner while I do everything else. So, because it stays in for a few minutes before I wash it out again, right?
So you've done everything, conditioners in the hair. Now you think you're to yourself, let's have a little backdoor rummage.
Yeah, and also in that time, the rest of me is getting cleaner.
Great question. This is coming in from Baldy, and I really wanted to know. Have you already done an ass mask? Oh,
no, I hadn't done an ass mask tonight. I hadn't done one tonight. But yeah, so I've washed my hair, the conditioner's in, and then I'm like,
coming in
just
from
gonna
Joe
feel around where this pain is.
The arse is always the closer. Also coming in from Boomstickery, ulcerative colitis, so severe you've had to be rushed to the emergency room to have your colon removed. They hadn't had to do that before.
Oh dear.
Well, I think Boomstickery just beat all of us when it came to asshole complaints.
Yeah, probably.
No. Also, here's how ulcerative colitis. Podcast adverts. Anyway, back to you, Ashley. So you've got conditioner in your hair. Is there music playing? Do you put on music when you get in the shower?
No, I don't. I don't put music on very often though. I like silence.
It's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard in my entire life. No, I don't put on music much. My name is Ashley Manning, and when it comes to relaxing, I just like the sucking void of my own dark thoughts.
I really thought you were going to say sucking void of my asshole. Which really would have been a lot better.
I can't believe Chris is missing this absolutely epic content.
He is. He's missing out. He must be having serious issues.
Yeah. Or he's just decided to take the day off. Is that what he's done? Are you just taking the day off, Bets?
Could be a scam. It could be just taking the day off.
I'd allow it.
So that's the discovery of my hemorrhoid.
So I've never felt a hemorrhoid. How would you describe the texture of a hemorrhoid?
It's sort of like, I honestly don't know. It's sort of it's almost
Boomstickery coming in like a worm growing out of your asshole. Kimmersby coming in the chat. Oh God!
I wouldn't say
Blaze
like a worm.
Blave it 420 coming in with
like a marble.
It's like a marble got lodged under your anus.
I feel like that's go to the doctor time if it feels like a marble. It honestly it just feels like a slightly swollen squidgy kind of bit on the edge of my asshole.
Sorry, Boomstickery just came in with, and they're describing his own asshole. Mine's like a battlefield by now. And Baldy 3 coming in with Marble Cinematic Universe. Mr. Steve Mooney. Like a testicle. Would you say it's like a testicle? I would say it's similar to
probably similar, I guess, but very much smaller. Maybe I just have a really small one.
Oh, and this is, I assume, coming in from Chris Betts. Update. It's starting to work, but not on my headphones for some reason. There's no logic here. Just wild stabs. Stupid Windows 11. Join us on your phone, Chris, and then you can just smoke throughout the entire stream.
It's a plan.
Well, Ashley's applying skin cream. I assume that she's had her pre-stream shower and she's gearing up for her post-stream pre-bed shower, where I assume the ass mask and more backdoor rummaging is happening.
No,
so
I'll be putting on a little bit of face cream and that's it.
Are you going to apply ointment to said hemorrhoid to shrink it?
I don't have any at the moment. I don't think I've had hemorrhoids before, so I'll have to go and get something to put on it. I was reading about them online because obviously that's what we all do now because it takes so long to see a doctor. And it kind of said they mostly tend to go away by themselves. So I don't think I need to do too much. It just said eat a lot of fiber, don't drink much caffeine or alcohol. And I'm like, it's kind of my diet anyway. I don't really know what to do with that.
Yeah, that has tannins in it. Okay, a couple of other quick things in the chat. May I say, the chat has come alive with the sounds of ass chat. Coming from Jojo, the arse grapes of wrath. Boomstickery, continuing with the tale of his own backdoor. I have an old hemorrhoid that doesn't hurt. Now, here's the word that really, really hurts, but flops around and gets in the way. A seton. That's just a big lump of silicone to stop my abscess from closing, and an abscess. Boomstickery, you came to play when it came to winning who's got the more intense asshole situation. And then Baldy3 just coming in with the check. Have you seen the Paul Scholes video? No, I haven't.
I don't
what is
think
that?
we should.
What is it?
Just context of this conversation. I feel like that's a video we should not watch.
Chris, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear yourselves through my microphone?
No.
Okay, good. So my headphones will not work. There's nothing I can do, but for some reason, Bluetooth devices, no problem. So I've just got you on a speaker. So all is well.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Oh, Boomstickery just subscribed 2 months in a row. Thank you so much, Boomstickery.
Hey, thank you, Boomstickery.
We found Boomstickeries. We found the best content for Boomstickery.
Boomstickery is he's really bringing when it comes to ass chat. Also, this is stream admin. I realized that I just haven't been logged into the stream email, so I need to go in and check because of the finances of the stream. I just wanted to see if we've gotten any of the stuff that comes in so I can add that to the spreadsheet. And I meant to put that in the Discord comment, and instead I just said that for everyone to hear.
Yeah.
There was a payout. So
great. Oh,
we
Chris,
need to
talk again?
We need to organize that finance.
No, it's just
thing.
gone. It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
What the hell?
Oh.
No, but is it you?
No.
Like but I can't hear you either. Can you hear us? You talk. It's literally muted on this thing. So, okay, it's a way that your mic is communicating with StreamYard
I like that
and your
you're
computer.
still trying to talk.
I'm just trying to tell him. So that's what it is. So, Chris, I would go and check your connections. There he's gone.
Oh, Grim Goose, don't do that.
No, Grim Goose, what the hell?
Never Google any medical thing on the images section. Don't do that.
Oh, something. I'm a man. I don't know what happened. What happened with Man U, Steve Mooney? I'm so sorry. Skulls. Oh, did something happen with football?
Okay.
Chris's mic situation is the hemorrhoid of this episode.
It
Very
is.
good. Did I miss anything else?
Everywhere.
Last week I meant to sort of listen to some episodes, but it was just that weird thing of I tried to one and I was like, no, this is too hard. I miss being part of the show.
Yeah.
And Dubai was kind of a fucking miserable slog.
You missed Eleanor Morton. That was a lot of fun.
I was really sorry to miss that. I like Eleanor Morton's tweets about politics very much. What's up, Sal the Dead?
Yeah.
Joe Trope, I
She's
have
great.
not. I do have an update on this. Today, the visa is applied for. I have applied for my visa for the UK.
Ooh.
I've
seen that video. I didn't watch it, but I've seen it come up. I don't want to see it. Yep, I'm glad I called it right. We don't need to watch that video.
Oh my God, my name is ruined. My biggest asshole worry is shit getting stuck in my sacral dimple when wiping if I'm not careful. What is a sacral dimple, you ask? I do ask that question. Well, that is when the tissue to cover the tip of your sacral bone, the tip of the spine. Oh, the fucking tailbone doesn't form correctly, leaving a dimple, and sometimes the bone uncovered. Ashley Manning, welcome to my fucking world, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking think about that. Think about that, Manning. Think about that shit.
Uncovered.
Uncovered bone. By the way, Uncovered Bone is definitely the name of a very weird porno. Welcome.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like a 70s one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we missed Eleanor Morton.
no.
Also, bedbug update. We find out on Thursday if I had bed bugs, but
Okay.
I'm now decided I'm going to throw away my bed either way.
Yep,
So
that's a good shout, I think.
so I think sometime in November, I will finally be able to do a show from my home as opposed to continuing to squad in various locations. Just in time, I think I'll end up doing one show from my home just in time to go to England and then start doing shows from outside of comedy clubs. And guys, when my visa is approved, I'm like paying a guy to do a bunch of posters and stuff like that for Chris is back. Let's see if this works. Chris, welcome back.
Hi, I tried a new browser.
Now we can hear
we
each
can
other.
other through your microphone.
Ourselves.
Fuck.
Try again. No, now it's not.
It's not.
I turned
now.
down the volume.
How's that?
Cool.
That's not bad.
Good.
There's
Good. I mean,
it's
I'm
almost
not
like a
signed into the
slight-
account now, though, so I can't do any of the cool things.
Oh my God, David! How was the show last night, David?
Yeah,
I heard somebody won a little audience favorite vote.
David, can we have David? Do you want to come on so we can talk? You can talk us through it. David,
Yeah, love David. Yeah, David.
You want to come on? David, come on and tell us through it. All right, wicked.
I'll send him. I'll send it.
Thank you, Ashley. All right, I'm glad that Chris is here. Chris, how are you doing? It's been too long.
So frustrating.
I'm so
just
sorry,
tried my
buddy.
headphones again, just on a whim. Nothing.
So Windows 11. So what you're saying is the update my computer is telling me to update for. Don't do that.
It depends. How often do you use your headphones? Everything else seems to
Daily.
be fine. But
Daily.
hot damn.
When I say this, and I mean it, I use my headphones for almost anything. I can hear myself a little bit being picked up from your mic. I would say move the speaker slightly.
I turned it down again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear yourself?
Like vaguely?
Fuck. I'm trying to find
No,
just the
it's-
right.
It's like just a teeny
Just about
wee-
there.
like an echo, but
Yeah.
not distracting.
Keep talking. Tell me when you can't hear yourself.
I'm going to eat my own ass.
No, I can't hear
I didn't
anything.
hear myself at all there, but I do
Great.
know. I do know that's getting clipped, and I'm not liking that at all.
You put yourself in that position. So.
Certainly did. I put myself in my position to eat Chris's ass. This is what people want: whores and hemorrhoids. You know who those people are? Those people are podcast listeners. Hey, podcast listeners! John Hastings is back from 10 days in Dubai. We are off of break. How did everyone find the break? Here's the weird thing.
It wasn't enough of a break for me.
You got robbed.
Yeah. You got screwed.
No,
Wait a minute,
I
you were
literally got robbed.
Yeah, you literally and figuratively. Ashley had a real exactly what the universe seems to be doing. You know what, Ashley? It seems like your back half of 2021 is my front half of 2021.
Yeah, it's really going downhill, to be quite honest.
Really rub it in. Here's someone who 2021 is not going badly at all. Award-winning musical comedian David Hoare. David Hoare, welcome to the program. For the podcast listeners, he is the CEO of Operation Bloke Slam. David's muted. David's a fucking cock. David's muted.
David's the sound guy, and he's muted.
Who's the musical comedian now? Here's a song for you, David. David can't use a microphone. What's your name? Is your name Chris Betts? Oh, you've got concerned face. Nothing better than someone on a stream.
That is so
trying to
great.
fix something.
Ladies and
Let's go
gentlemen,
full-
he got audience favorite at the Musical Comedy Awards.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Okay. StreamYard's
what?
like, do you want to use an Elgato sound card that isn't plugged in as your sound source?
No.
No, I don't, StreamYard. No, I don't.
David, I want you to know what's even fun is sometimes when you have checked all of your levels
Yeah.
and then you start the opening video for the stream that you do almost every day of your fucking life.
Yeah.
And it for some reason switches the microphones in between. That's the one where you really want to just bite your own fist.
Streamlabs used to do it with my webcam, which has a microphone because webcams have microphones, and I wanted to roundhouse it every day.
Every time.
So-
Every time. The main
Hi,
thing
how are you?
Very good. Couple of things. First off, congratulations. Take us through everything. What is the Musical Comedy Awards? Tell us everything. I'm so excited.
It's just like a nice little time. Hi.
That's, by the way, how a winner talks about a comedy awards. As someone who has both won and lost comedy awards, here's how you talk about the competitions that you win. Very valuable, helped my career. Really great memory. Here's how you talk about comedy awards you didn't win. Total waste of time. Awards don't matter.
Rigged. Rigged.
I've been on
You
that
certainly
end
are,
until
Chris.
literally about 24 hours ago. I was on the other end of that. So
Yeah. Rigged is, by the way, is actually the truth. The amount of people I know that know comedy awards are rigged, and none of them are people that have won anything to do with the comedy award.
Yeah.
I'd like to take this moment to say a lot of awards are rigged. Go ahead.
Is this one rigged? Maybe.
Can we please see the award? Where is the award?
It's incredibly shoddy, and I love it. It's a painted thing with a Sharpie done. You done a good thing.
Oh God! Yeah. Please wear it. Please wear it.
You got to look like I was gonna say look like Flavor Flav, but in light of recent news, I don't want to associate myself with that man.
What happened with Flavor Flav? Did Flavor Flav just get Me Too'd in the least shocking Me Tooing in the history of Me Too?
Yeah. I think his was like violence.
Yeah, domestic abuse.
Yeah.
Oh
shit!
Can you please do the rest of the chat? Just stood up, showing
Just
us
like
your
that.
award, holding your microphone. Yeah.
Should I do my groin cams just here? Groin cam, groin cam, groin. There we go. All right, good night, Cleo. Everyone say good night, Cleo.
Good night, Cleo.
Night, Cleo.
David, could you ask Cleo to describe what she thinks a hemorrhoid feels like?
I can tell you what a hemorrhoid feels like.
I want Cleo to tell me.
Oh,
what your
she
hemorrhoid
won't
felt
want to.
like.
She's literally in her
That's what I
pajamas.
want.
Yeah.
She won't do that.
Yeah, that sounds right. I just want a couple of things I want to say in the chat, which is I saw.
I'm glad to
Baldy's
hear that you also had hemorrhoids, David.
Thanks. I got my first one at Shambhala Music Festival because fiber is not there.
The
it
Nobel
felt like
Prize is rigged.
It felt like my shits were trying to get out of like a. I described it to my mate by basically I was like, lock your arm like that, and then I just tried to like shove my head through, and I was like, that's what that feels like right now.
Just coming in from Baldy 3. Did we ever watch The Flavor of Love where someone shat on the floor and they weren't even voted off? I am going to need that clip right now.
That can't be hard to find, can it?
Okay,
All right.
do you want me to talk about hemorrhoids or the music awards?
Music awards, and then we're gonna watch a clip.
And then hemorrhoids for dessert.
This, by the way, before we continue, the news about Flavor Flav just makes me again ask the question, which is, what the fuck was Chuck D thinking when he picked Flavor Flav as the hype? Like, it's still
just his friend. It's just his mate that you.
I
can't
know,
point
but
out.
you gotta have more than
brilliant.
one friend.
It
I
was one of the
disagree.
best moves in music history. It was so smart because Chuck D is so serious and everything he raps about is so political and so
course.
heavy that he just added a goon, like a goofball, to literally run around and yell, "Oh!"
Yeah.
He dresses like an idiot, and it takes all the edge off. If you ever watched the late seasons of Community, we found out that Britta is more likely to be listened to when she has mustard on her face, because it takes the edge off of her severity, because it's like, oh, you got mustard on your face. How fucking smart can you be? That's Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav is the mustard on Chuck D's face. And they never would have had a career if...
Can anybody else
Flavor
tell that
Flav
Chris
hadn't
is
been
back to writing comedy? Because he's gone from, I'll just sit here and listen to Chuck D, Flavor Flav is the mustard on Britta's face. Wow.
I don't feel like Chris ever just sat there and listened. He contributed well, David. And just because you've won a
And I'm
musical
out.
comedy award, I don't like that you're coming in with all this arrogance.
So much arrogance.
Yeah.
I mean, last time my
winner's
name was
attitude
this,
right
and
here.
the time before this was the quiz. So I've never not come on. I feel like you don't appreciate me on here. I don't know what I'm doing.
David, I got news for you. If you keep up with this intense arrogance, Chris and I are leaving, and then you have to deal with Ashley unfiltered. And you don't want Ashley. She'll call you a bitch.
Yeah, this hemorrhoid chat is me filtered.
Ask yourselves, what is she holding back, people?
Yeah, exactly. Also,
What is that hemorrhoid holding back?
Here's my question: would people buy a T-shirt that says "unfiltered hemorrhoids"?
I hope not. Honestly, I want to think better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would hate.
I feel
I
like
would
we're
hate so
going
much if
downhill
that was our biggest seller. How did you guys afford this swimming pool? Well,
that
let's
would
just
sell
say-
somewhere.
yeah. Oh yeah. Hell. Or I feel like mainland Europe they'd buy it. If you put an American flag on it and the back just wrote "unfiltered hemorrhoid," they'd be like, "We're making fun of Americans." David,
Hi.
take us through where was the Music and Comedy Awards?
The Bloomsbury Theatre.
Oh, very smart part of
Yeah, very nice. Although it's
Chris,
also
have
just
you ever
attached to university, so it's really weird.
Chris, have you ever performed at the Bloomsbury Theater?
Yeah, I did the Natties in the Bloomsbury.
Oh, interesting. I
never lost my voice. Lost my voice
What?
that day. Hell of a time to do a set in a theater. Great.
How'd you do on the Natties?
Was that?
Did you place?
Can't hear us.
No, I can't hear you. This is like literally. So I got into the finals, but I had to change my set because I couldn't say some of the jokes that I wanted to say because my voice just couldn't. My voice was in a very narrow range. With my throat just got fucked, so I just couldn't do it. So I was like, yeah, it was a mess.
Did your voice hold up for the set that you did though?
No, what sort of? I had at one point I needed the crowd to yell a punchline for me.
That's
oh my god, who beat you?
I think maybe Alistair Beckett King.
You were doing the great wave of Alistair Beckett King, literally taking every competition.
Yeah, I think it was him. I can't remember for sure, but it was fucking wild. Yeah, Kimmers. I feel like I feel like an old, like a great grandfather with a gramophone up to my ear, just like, oh, what's that?
Morse coding back your answers. Like, beep, 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 beep. Chris said, "Fuck you all."
Yeah, you look like that.
Oh.
I was gonna say you look like that Confederate soldier in the Will Smith movie Wild Wild West, which is a reference that's so fucking niche. He's got the ear tuba. You know, he's deaf, so he has one of the ear tubas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the ear tubas. I remember Wild Wild West mostly because every time they did something, like every choice they made, I went, why? Why did you do that when you could have
Here's
done
the
anything?
other thing that someone pointed out about Wild Wild West. There's a scene where Will Smith talks about how good slavery is.
No shit.
We lived together in the settlement, and it was very nice. We were just together. We had each other. And you have to piece it together, but it's like, wait, he's thinking nostalgically of the time they were slaves.
Or just after they were freed, maybe.
I mean, even you're like, fingers crossed.
I've never seen someone think this optimistically about Wild Wild West, the movie.
Yeah. Well,
hopefully, I just want to make it to giant mech spiders. Is that too much to ask?
There's a lot of things you have to think hopefully about Will Smith, like the fact that he was in there's like a movie where he portrayed a gay guy and he like refused to be filmed kissing a man. Like he was just like, I'll play a con man, I'll play a gay con man, but I will not kiss a man on screen. Will Smith needs a career. Like it's one of those, and you're like,
but that would have ruined his career because he was still mostly a rapper back then, and that would have been a rap. Like he never would have gotten another song out because being gay in the hip hop community at the time, the only person people were still amazed that nobody made fun of Andre 3000 for showing up to the MTV Music Awards in a dress, and that was in like '97, and people use that as a sign of how talented Andre 3000 is like nobody fucked with this guy and he was wearing a dress. Man. Like it was homophobic as fuck back then. It really would have fucked his career.
Ashley, have you ever played the Bloomsbury Theater? We're still on that question, but those are all tangents.
I've never performed south of Scotland.
Good for you.
You went to London once, right?
I went to London, but I didn't perform.
You performed an administrative task.
Background check. What did you just say?
I said you performed an administrative task.
Burn.
I don't even think that's a burn. I literally just said exactly what she did. I love that David doesn't know what burn means. Actually, the woman, he's got you there, bitch.
You said it like a clapback, like you performed an administrative task.
What was that voice and head shake?
Oh.
That is. What was that? You performed an administrative task.
That's just my impression of you.
Did I give it? Did I deliver it like one of the finalists on RuPaul's Drag Race? Girl, you better perform an administrative task.
Go to London and then sashay away.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know about RuPaul's
Beatrix Sunshine, Shantae, you stay. Ashley de la Tour Tush, you perform an administrative task. What's so good about this is Chris cannot hear us with the nuance, so it just looks like he hates this joke.
Oh, I can't. It sounds like you're in another room. So it sounds like my brother's having a party, and I'm in my room.
I wonder what cool people are doing.
Yeah.
Can I just say you don't want no hemorrhoid t-shirt, just performing an administrative task. That's what you want on a t-shirt.
Performing,
please.
I mean, or both. Performing an administrative task.
On the front.
And I have hemorrhoids.
And
hemorrhoids on the back.
Ashley, that was your first callback. I think you just got nominated for Best Newcomer at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Oh, give her your award, David. Give it to her. Is it cardboard?
No, it's literally a piece. It's a vinyl. It's a record.
Oh, that's great.
Oh.
Aw. All right.
One of the organizers, whilst walking away, went, "That was one of the good ones," and I was like, "Thanks."
Jesus Christ.
No, that's a T-shirt. That's right.
How was the turnout?
Yes, great question.
So like the bottom floor, I think, was mostly sold out. They didn't have anybody at the thing.
That's
but
great.
It's still like a couple hundred people. Nice.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but that is genuinely shocking.
Thank you.
I have to tell you,
I love everybody outside of musical comedy talking about the musical comedy awards because they're always just like, I'm surprised about all of that.
I mean, I got to tell you, I had to remember that you live in England when you're like, I'm part of the musical comedy awards, and because I'm in America, and like David, if you moved to America, you'd be in the top 20 musical comedians in America. Like there is it'll be like you, and then immediately Weird Al Yankovic will be like
Garfunkel and Oates.
Garfunkel and Oates don't even, I think, exist anymore. They're just off. I think they're like. When's the last time you heard of Garfield and Oates?
Yeah, that's true.
Also, here's a weird thing about Garfield and Oates. Name one Garfield and Oates song. I'll wait.
Loser is like my favorite, but I'm the musical comedian.
Hold on.
Man,
Speaking to my good ear.
Loser is one of the best songs of all time.
No idea. Never heard.
The Butthole song is one of the greatest musical comedy songs of all time. Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus. Have you never heard that song? Fuck me in the ass because I love Jesus. The good Lord would want it that way.
I have heard this.
I have not heard it.
Incredible.
But what I like is at the very beginning of that, it didn't seem like you were going to sing it. I just like how you went, like, it's the Butthole song. Fuck me in the ass if you like Jesus. It was like a threat that we didn't know.
If you've heard, I see, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's losing it over the fact that you said Garfield and Oates instead of
Garfield and Oates is good. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. I don't.
I don't like Mondays, and John drinks dog jizz. What the hell?
I smell another T-shirt.
Have you not seen that? Baldy showed me that. There's a Garfield comic where John drinks dog jizz.
What are you talking about?
He's in the vet office.
What are you talking about? No,
he doesn't.
In the vet's
office, and he takes
Send it to me. Send it to me right now. No, that's not a real thing. If that's a real thing,
I didn't believe it either. He said it on my solo stream, and then he posted it in my Discord, and he drinks dog jizz for sure.
If that's true, I might have to leap off of this balcony.
I think the vet says something like, "Well, congratulations, you're now pregnant with a litter of pups." After he downs this cup of jizz.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I actually have it.
Okay, bring it up, and then we'll move. Oh my God, it's like a thing. There's more than Know your meme memes. Garfield Seaman. That's the most on the nose internet address I've ever read in my entire life. knowyourmeme.com/memes/Garfield-dog-seaman-comic.
Zoom in on this. Can I zoom in? I don't think I can
No,
zoom in.
have a cup of coffee, John. Why, thanks. Don't mind if I do. Congratulations, Mr. Arbuckle. You're going to give birth to a fine, healthy litter of puppies. I hate puppies. Also, why is the vet nurse go from like wide eyes to like almost sultry eyes in the third panel?
Because she's a female character.
And why does she keep dog jizz in a mug?
Yeah, near a cat.
Because she's a female character. We've been over this.
David's nailed it. David gets it. I have another thing.
That's hilarious.
Here's my question. Have any of you been keeping up to what Scott Adams from Dilbert has been doing?
I have no idea who that is or what that is.
You don't know Dilbert?
You know what Dilbert?
The greatest Office Place comic strip of all time?
Literally, Dilbert was the first, like, this is how stupid office places are in the 90s. His boss has pointy hair, and the head of HR is a cat. His dog talks to him. His name Dogbert. And then there's Catbert.
Dogbert's a real jerkbert.
Scott, yeah, and Catbert is the worst, is the most evil creature of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Adams, really into hypnotism, really into Donald Trump.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah,
like crazy, and like he'll win all 50 states because he's the most persuasive man ever.
Steven, my son is also called Bert.
Also, why is coming in from Blaze of Fortune? Why is John saying "have a cup of coffee"? John, it's Garfield saying it, but Garfield for some reason. Oh yeah, Axiom I. Oh God, Scott Adams of Dilbert, insane. His laugh is evil. He is so evil. Yeah, Dilbert drinks Dogbert jizz. Yeah, that's a weird comic that I guarantee is written. All right, enough fucking distractions with weird people drinking dog jizz. Let's get down to the business of the day, talking about the musical comedian awards that we only care about because someone from our stream won. So, how many competitors were there?
10 this year, yesterday. So
let's rank.
How many were good? Be honest. You don't have to name names, but be honest.
I saw 8 people. Oh well, I saw 7 people smash it. I didn't see 2 of the acts, and people have told me that there was some things, but like it felt like everybody smashed it, to be honest.
But were they good?
Really
But
good.
we all know a lot of people that occasionally smash it and are terrible.
Yeah, one of them's on the stream, and his name is me.
I stood side of stage for quite a lot of it, and it was just basically people coming off stage being like, "That's like the most fun I've ever had on stage." It was just like a really hot night, basically. But it
Stop
was
being nice, David. Name names.
Yeah.
Who sucks?
Yeah, name it, you fucking asshole. Also, I'm trying to find if someone reviewed it, and no, Chortle did not review it. They reviewed
They've
something.
got it listed.
Bruce
I was like,
Dess
"Oh, my name's
sounds
Chortle. Do I get a quote?" It's like David Hoare was there, and I was like, "Can you put that in?" Chortle.
My natties one says deftly avoided racism.
Thanks. Is that why it's on your flyer?
I did definitely avoid racism. It's a great joke.
Coming in from, and this is just another classic way to distract from David's story, which is what the entire purpose of having him here is. This is coming in from Macaroon Granola. I dare any of you to make a joke based on this. Do you ever get the sneaking suspicion that bananas somehow evolved from a 3-sided wax bean? No, I don't think that happened.
I know that
Chris,
bananas...
hang on, Chris, can you do the punchline but definitely avoid racism whilst you're doing it?
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, can I do the eyes though?
David, answer the question. Can he do the eyes?
I don't know how to definitely. I've not been reviewed for definitely avoiding racism.
Ashley, which eyes do you think that he's talking about? Coming in from Kimmers B. I'm lost, LOL. I think we're all lost, Kimmers.
I don't want to
I think that's the end of that sentence.
Doesn't matter. You lack deafness, Ashley.
Yeah.
You're not deaf.
Oh shit!
Is that a clapback? I'll learn.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This stream
Yeah, there's
is
10
wildly off rail.
Are we in a cipher right now?
Oh, okay, Jupe. Thank you so much for following. Welcome
Thank
to
you
the
for
Troggies.
following, K-Jupe.
K-Jupe, I love you.
Whoa! Did you see diamonds?
I do know that bananas are technically a berry.
What?
Aren't they like
Yeah.
85% human?
Something like that. But yeah, technically speaking, they're a berry.
I just want to point this out. Diamond Geyser's comment, which I'm reading out. I once got told off by Pam Ann in the Bloomsbury for not doing the eyes. Let me tell you this right now. I've never wanted a story more in my entire life. Because is Pam Ann... Let me make sure I'm remembering who... I think I know who Pam Ann is.
While you look that up, I'm going to refill my coffee. I'll be right back.
No, I want to refill my coffee. Okay. Pam Ann is a woman pretending to be a Pan Am flight attendant, and then she just says very caustic, cutting things like she's a drag queen.
Okay.
Also, 60% of the DNA shared with bananas is with humans. What in the actual fuck? Go ahead. So, David, you're at the Musical Comedy Awards.
Yes.
I full farted there, by the way. I want you to know this, David. Who would you say was your biggest competition?
The guy who won, Christy Koish, is amazing, and he was great. One of his big finale is taking his shirt off in true like Burt Kreischer style. It's kind of wonderful. He's doing a song about how he's basically doing a whole parody song on how Usher. There's an Usher song which is basically Usher being like, "I did impregnate that lady, but I'm sorry about it. But I'm going to sing about it so sexily that you forgive me." And then he just does like a song which is all about how he's sexy, even though he's just being awful. So it's really hard to describe musical comedy.
I just was thinking that same thing. I went, it's not good when people describe jokes. When people describe musical comedy, that sounded like an assault. Like it's like, he hates women, but he does it to a tune, so we're all fine with it.
Yeah, he uses some 7 chords, so it's fine. Yeah, so Christy Koish did great.
Who hosted?
Josh Weller?
No idea. Oh, I know Josh, who is
He
a
was
musician and a stand-up comedian. Here's the weird thing is I feel weird because I met Josh when he was Alfie's friend / a musician. And in the time I've been in the UK, he has blossomed into a stand-up comedian. And I
He
just
was
always
rad.
get... Here's the problem is that I've been away for long enough that I think he's just started and he hasn't just started. And I have to correct that in my mind. And that can be a real problem. That's something you have to cling to if you want to stay in show business, which you have to remember. People are going to get better. That's why a lot of people get very bitter because they go, how's this person famous? They were shit when I saw them. I'm like, yeah, when they started.
Yeah, like 5 years ago.
Yeah. As someone who once described Josh Whitcomb, I saw him when he first started and he was shit. Why is he on TV? And I was just like, I mean, the fact you can't figure that out is really shocking, Sean Mayo. Anyway, I probably shouldn't have said that guy's name, but if he figures out streaming, well, then there's hope for all of us. Go ahead.
Buddy, if anyone's going to say something wild and uninformed and cruel about a comedian, it's going to be fucking Sean.
It's the guy who now professionally teaches snooker. I know that you think that I made that up. That's 100% something he said to me. And in every way does it make you go, oh, fuck, I need to make sure I save my fucking money.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dear.
For those of you wondering who we're talking about, never mind. All right, so David, so where were you in the lineup?
I was on first and the second half. So
money spot.
Yes, please.
Spot. And I also thought I was on second because I didn't read when it said Josh was emceeing at the top. I thought I was second in the second half, and then only about like 2 hours before the show I was like, shit, okay, I need to like I was planning to like not be side of stage by the break, but instead I like had to spend the break getting ready. So
what did how did you feel right before the set? Nervous?
So basically I was fine. And then people started doing their sets and coming off and being like, we've done it now. And at the break, all the people that performed were in the green room, like, done it now, haven't I? And I was sitting there and I was like physically hot with like, I can't. And they're all like, oh, we're going to throw stuff at you whilst you're on stage and boo, like just joking with me. And I was like, I need to leave now. And then I went and stood by the side of the stage and people who I've gigged with will validate this. My genuine way of preparing to go on stage for comedy is to stand, jump up and down, and just shout the word jokes up and down. I just stand there going jokes, 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 jokes. And I did that, and I was
here. This, I want to put this in your mouth. I want to put this
I
in
love
your
it.
mouth. I want to do
That's
this.
so
and so
cute.
me and my friend Orlando basically stood at the side of the stage just amping each other up. And then, so by the time I went on, I was like so excited. And
Nice.
That's pretty fun. Let me ask you this. Did you play this song?
Suck my beard dry and so red.
Did you?
No, but I did wear that dress you're wearing. In the, no. No, I didn't do. I'm sorry, I didn't do any Troggy songs. I want to save them for you. You know.
Wait, you didn't? I mean, does anyone else? I kind of want someone to rate us so I can hear that full song because I forgot how fucking catchy it is.
It's so good.
I like that it keeps creeping people out. New people are like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I love showing it to new guests.
Yeah.
What? Suck my beard dried. It's so red.
But even like the video is disconcerting, and it's the whole thing is.
Because it really, it feels like we're dancing, but we're really making eye contact. Like we're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't
new
even know the
people-
full context of the sucking the beard dry, which means that
Yeah.
they then get to feel a whole load of other emotions later
They'll
on.
find out. They'll find out.
And so, like, for selling this show to the guests that we get on as well as one thing, and then having them on and them seeing some of the really weird shit that we have is just.
That's why I love Twitch so much.
Yeah.
Is you're
It's
talking to
so
somebody
weird.
called 420 Blaze It who is bringing up valid points.
Yeah.
And you're like, thank you, 420 Blaze. That's a really good point. And then somebody comes in and they're like, oh, sorry, somebody just hang on, give me 1 second, and then you're like. That was for Joshua. Thanks very much. Okay, cool. Like, sorry. Anyway, as we were saying, and like that is why I love Twitch so much because you could.
This is not a weird thing to do. Listen, I think we all can agree the situation in Israel with Palestine is very, very difficult, and I think I do have a solution. But first,
Suck my beard dry and so red.
I want you all to know because Chris can't really hear us. He's so muted in his reactions, and there's a delay. And I am addicted now to watching Chris's screen because he's so much harder of a laugh today than he usually is because he's having to concentrate so hard he forgets to react.
I'm
and
distant.
it's like watching a dad trying to come to grips with being part of a family, but clearly he just wants to be drinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to do two things before we continue with David's story, which is I'm going to close these blinds because they're searing my eyes, and I'm going to also go get that coffee that's over there that I desperately need, and then we're going to. So, David, keep telling your story.
Yeah. So I don't know.
So was it just one winner and then you got the audience vote?
No. So I mean, it was very bizarre. So there was audience favorite, and then there was like third, second,
Right.
first, basically. But the people who like presented the award didn't do what award ceremonies are now, which is like go, okay, we're gonna do the award, and the audience award is, and then drum up some tension. They were like, okay, we're gonna bring out all the acts, and we sort of stood in line, and they just had them in their hands, and they went,
What?
And
That's
then we went,
so fucked like it's The Bachelor.
and then they went. And then they went, so we're going to do this. So the first award is the audience award, which was David Hoare. So I was like, I'd literally just arrived on stage and was like, oh, this is fun. And we've like all made friends at this point. And then they just like called out my name within like a minute of me being on stage, being like, there you go. And so I was like, and then my mate got third, and my mate got first. I hadn't met the other ladies until like that evening, and who got second, and they were great as well. But like, so the two guys stood next to me who I knew a bit, got third and second. So then I just stood there being like, I gotta think. I went to a final and I gotta think. And then the guy next to me got third, and I was like, fucking gotta think. And then the guy won it, and we were like, yeah, like. And Dave, the sound man.
Did you not celebrate when the woman won? That's very that seems like you.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
A woman-
specifically for those reasons. No, they're also just like down the other end and
too far away to cheer for. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a big
exactly.
stage. It's
Yeah.
a big
She's-
stage.
She's far enough that she won't notice.
I
when
did also
actively
cheer
boo
for
her.
them if you want to hear that, but I know you'd rather dig this narrative that.
Yeah.
Keep going.
I mean, is it a narrative? Is it true? Do you hate women?
Answer the question, David.
But do it with the eyes. Okay.
No, that's not the answer.
Now you're sexist and racist. Come on, David.
Not very
Imagine
deft,
someone who-
David. Not very deft at all.
Imagine
I'm not very
someone
deft at avoiding it, am I?
who is really not sexist but was still racist. Listen, I just believe that no matter what your gender is, you should be given equal pay for equal work as long as you're not black. Like that would be I feel like how that would go. Also,
That definitely exists.
Isn't that white feminists?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I hope that exists. It does, John. Your dreams have come true.
I wouldn't say it's a dream, or it's just sort of like, man, this world is what a world. All right, so did anyone get an award that you don't think deserved to get an award? Single them out based on placement.
No, because
let us tag them on Twitter.
Yeah. David Horse said. Yeah. No, they were great because even in the soundtrack, the people that came second, they're called Flat and the Curves, and it's like 4 ladies who have incredible singing voices. Even in their soundtrack, I was giggling at what they were doing, but they had like choreography and a light show, and then I came on the soundtrack directly after them and like, what do you need? And I was like, to be seen, and then just like had a guitar.
Yeah. I assume you needed one of those boxes that they always put on stage for musical acts that I can never remember the name of.
It's a DI box. Look at
Yeah,
you
put on-
learning things.
I know it's a
called
DI
the
box.
Dick
I've
In
read
box.
books.
I had some fun with DI boxes.
Go on. Oh my god! Anytime I love a tech at a comedy club's face. Allow me to do their face when you say I need a DI box. Let's just get the DI box on stage.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's even
Why is
better
it
when you ask me for a DI box and that's not what you need and you don't realize that. That's the best thing.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Put it in the private chat who
You
this
know what
was.
I'm
and then
talking about.
No, I certainly do not
Yeah,
know
you
what
do.
you're talking about.
You do.
Oh, wait. Can you refresh my memory? Also, I like that I heard
yeah.
just come in from Chris's mic. So wait, so this individual needed and David Hoare gets to find out who it is. David, no, loose lips. So that person wait, he was a real dick the whole I can't believe.
Can I ask what they did need?
So they needed projector prick. Diamond Geyser's got it.
The worst superhero. What's that in the skies? It's projector prick.
He needed a projector, and he kept telling me.
Here's my penis. Next slide. It's still my penis.
So really, really quickly, because I have told this story before on the show. Really, really quickly, this guy turned up at the venue 20 minutes before the doors open, with huge tech requirements. Like I'm talking, his whole thing is tech. And he turns up 20 minutes before the door opens, hasn't given any advance notice of it, starts giving me all these demands. I've already said he. we know it's a man.
Hey. True.
Yeah.
I just really like the fact that you like say his name and then John is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Chris, just put something in the private chat that we will get to in a little while. That is, and I mean this right now. The opposite of delicious.
Oh no.
Yuck.
Oh no.
Yeah.
David, was that the biggest venue you've ever performed at?
So, indoors, yes. I got to MC End of the Road Festival at the... No, because that sounds bad, but I got to MC End of the Road Festival at the beginning of September, and it was
so fun.
Amazing. Sarah Bonetto got me there, and I got to do... It was like with...
Can we just say this about End of the Road Festival?
Yeah.
Is anyone else so relaxed by you walk around those festival grounds and there's just a peacock and there's something about that where you just go
loads of peacocks.
And it also you turn around and it's that natural like beautiful meadow where the big bands play and then you go into the woods for that natural amphitheater where you oh my god.
One of the best venues. And that and I was with Flo and Joan, Rob Orton, Crybabies and Mickey Overman, and that was just like a fun day. But they let in 800 people initially, and then like added in an extra like 200 later on. And both me and Crybabies, like several hours later, because we'd just been concentrating on getting it done, we're just like, oh, that was easily the biggest gig of my life by like a lot.
You played it exactly right. That's how you're supposed to realize. As someone that I choked pretty hard for about a minute playing Massey Hall, which is the coolest venue in, I'm going to say top 3 cool venues in all of North America. Neil Young has a live album there and a shitload of cool jazz. It's so fucking rad of a venue. But I got like spooked by it being like, oh, this is so cool, and should have you just need to play it like it's any gig.
Yeah.
But that's better.
I've had a few moments of like, as you probably know, where I'm thrusted into somewhere where like I am clearly like, even if I'm not saying like I'm underqualified, but I was clearly like the least qualified person there. So I was just trying to make sure that nobody like. I showed the lineup to my mum and went, look, I'm the worst comedian on this bill. And she went, don't be down on yourself. I'm like, no, that's fine. I'm fine with being the worst comedian on this bill.
Yeah.
But like
That's
that was the day I
progress.
realized I was a comedian as well, not just trying to be a comedian. That was nice.
It's a pirate profession. Here's how you become a comedian. Who just farted? Here's how you become a comedian, by the way. Well done, David. Is you just say I'm a comedian. It's the best thing and worst thing about it as a job. Is it's like being a pirate. How do you become a pirate? You just turn up and get on the boat, and you're like, I'm a pirate. And they're like, yep, that's how you get hired for this gig. Grab a rope.
I just tried not to fuck up, and then everybody basically was like, oh, well done, and I just wandered off, and then I spent 3 hours walking around with imposter syndrome before everyone was like, no, you're fine. And I was like, oh, but I'm oh, fine. No fanfare. I was expecting some kind of fanfare when I finally became a comedian, but instead it's just like, oh no, you just are one.
It's why I get very angry when comedians say things like, but I'm a headliner, and I just want to go, no, you've been paid in chicken wings. We're all the same. Like, fuck you.
Where are the paid in chicken wings gigs? Can I? That was my wind down alarm. Sorry.
You have an 11 o'clock alarm.
You have a bedtime alarm, you sweet little boy.
I like how you think it's sweet and not because I'm just like so inept that I need to be like go to bed, you fucking moron. Like,
I mean, that's, by the way, this is being an adult, is just realizing that you were supposed to go to bed hours ago.
Yeah.
This isn't the bedtime alarm. This is you need to, like, you can't do anything like put the guitar down. You can't do anything that will like stimulate your brain properly.
You need to understand, when at the beginning of COVID, when I literally did nothing for 3 months, like I was so fundamentally exhausted, I just let myself be. I every day for 3 months was going to bed between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. because I'd be I should go to bed around midnight, and then I'd be like, or now I'll just watch a full movie and then just watch all of The Godfather, and then realize like I haven't eaten any food all of today. I better make a full meal, and then it's 5 in the morning. It's like, well, I better go to bed. I'm a psychopath. Yeah.
My favorite is
2 days ago watching Squid Game.
Yeah.
What? One at a time. Go, Chris.
I did that 2 days ago watching Squid Game. I was just in my apartment, and I was like, it's 1 in the morning. I'll just watch 1 episode. And then I was 7 episodes in, and I was like, I should really go to bed. The sun's about to come up.
I was talking with my Japanese friend about Squid Game, and I said, because she just watched the whole thing, and I said, should I watch it? And she said, no, it's too bleak for you. And I said, yep, I watched the first scene, and I thought, I can't handle this right now, because the first scene is like, will we have enough money to survive? Which was my entire COVID, just being like, well, I'm just going to starve to death now. And I'm like, no, just the honesty of like, that show's not for you. Like, that's right. That show was.
You know what though? I got to say, it's given me a real kick in the ass to make some money. It's really been like, oh yeah, shit. I do hate being poor, and I wouldn't play the game, but I might do the slap in the face part. I might do that.
I haven't watched Squid Game.
We haven't watched it. Yeah.
There's a bit where you just get slapped.
David, where are your hands?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've done that. Check this out. Whoa. I keep on trying to teach my 7-year-old niece that, and every time she's like,
David, is your finger okay?
Oh, it's just there. There it is.
Holy fucking God, this is fucking. If you ever do that again, guess where you fucking go, huh? Don't fuck with us. All right?
Don't fuck with John. Don't try and trick John. You know that if you are if you are left to your own devices without a clock and without being able to see daylight, they've done sleep experiments on this where somebody's just in a room with no daylight for a little while. Your body's natural clock is 25-hour cycle, so you will go to bed an hour later and wake up an hour later every day.
That's what I've been trying to avoid.
Yeah.
But I've been so shit at sleep. I was going to say the thing that I did in lockdown is get a bit allegedly and go on the Switch store and be like, I think I'm going to complete a game in one sitting. That's my that's beautiful.
I mean, I got news for you. The allegedly, because I was in Dubai for 10 days, so there was no allegedly, and I took quite a tolerance break. I got off that airplane, and let me tell you, Daddy got stoned and then passed out, and apparently farted loudly enough in my sleep that people in the house were just aware it was happening. Like it was a debrief of what happened when I went on a nap. You were sleeping soundly, but you were farting a lot. I'm like, okay.
Was it all buffets when you were there? When I was there, it was all buffets. We didn't eat anything but buffets.
Only one buffet. And let me say this about Dubai. It was so nice they brought me out. It helped my continual climb out of all sorts of COVID problems. It's nice my rent is going to be continued to paid. I didn't enjoy 1 second of it. I find all of the people that are in Dubai that are expats to be representable, horrible human beings. This is a quick anecdote. For example, we got into a tight packed elevator. There was one guy not wearing a mask. And I said to him, "Where is your mask? Could you put it on?" And he went, "I don't wear one." And I went, "Well, you have to wear one. It's a mandate for the city." He went, "No, I don't." And I went, "Yes, you do." And he went, "Well, I've done my research." And in my head, I just went, and then I went, What's the research? I want to know what your research is." And then he went, "I believe in God." And right there, I was so enraged. This is what I had to stop myself from saying. Well, fuck your God. Put on a mask, and not something to say in Dubai. He was a white
depending
guy.
on the God.
No.
Depending on the God.
But here's the problem. We were walking. We were out of the
Definitely
elevator
avoiding
now,
risks.
walking, and I was making eye contact with him. And then he said that, and I switched it to, "Well, fuck you." And then he walked away, and I went, "Cunt," and then just walked over to the front desk and went and pointed aggressively at him and went, "That man is not wearing a mask. This hotel has a mask mandate. Go tell him to put a mask on." And the guy looked confused, and I went, "It's your rule. Go tell him to put a mask on." And then I eyeball fucked him and walked out the lobby with my thing, and he was visibly uncomfortable. And I was, and for the rest of the day, I made a fantasy of murdering him. And that would have been bad because I would have gone to jail in Dubai. I was not happy in Dubai. But right there, I had to have a word with myself, because when you are this close to saying, "Fuck your God," in a very religious country, time to go sit by the pool, buddy.
Yeah.
Just tone it down.
Let's not get locked up in a Dubai prison, please.
I really like the fact that you nearly said "fuck your God" and Kim was saying, "John is me in Asda." How many people are you saying "fuck your God" to in Asda?
I mean, there's a couple of really good things. There was Baldy 3 coming in with, "You were gigging with Mark Dolan."
Jeez. I'm just going to run and grab some water. I'll be back in 1 second.
The video of the unveiling of the Atlantis Hotel in Dubai is literally one of the most insane things that's ever made. Blazer 420, can you send that to me, please?
Yeah. Did you go to the fucking fountain?
I did not go to the fountain, but I did go to the Dubai Mall.
It's right there. Right there.
Oh, is it the big giant like man-made lake in front of it?
Yeah, the sort of that's pretending to be Venice sometimes.
The fountain was
not all the
on.
time.
That's why there was just a giant crowd of very disappointed people that I couldn't figure. I was just like, they're just disappointed by this lake.
It's the worst. The worst fountain show. It's like a practical joke that they're playing on tourists, that they fill out Yelp reviews for like, what an incredible fountain, and then trick people into coming, and then have genuinely underwhelming.
Let me tell you what fountain show fucking you want to hate it. You want to hate it, but really fucking nails it.
Is this Bellagio?
You goddamn right it is.
Yeah, that's a really good fountain show.
I was walking by it with pro wrestler Colt Cabana, and he was like, "Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the Bellagio."
Sorry, can we just fountain show? Is that what we're talking about? There's
it's where a lady
shows.
pees all over everybody, and you go, damn.
Yeah, and because it's Dubai, you boo her while she's peeing on you.
What is a fountain show?
I'm going to show you.
Oh yeah, the Bellagio one's pretty. Like they put a lot of thought and work into it. Planning went in.
Oh wait, I think I know. It's the thing at the end of Ocean's 11.
That is
Yes.
exactly what it is.
And a movie
they do a
reference?
little water display.
Damn, Ashley.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking second. Have you seen Ocean's 11, Ashley Manning?
I've seen Ocean's. It's probably
She's gonna
the
have-
film I've watched the most in my life.
I mean, it's pretty good. Yeah.
I've watched it so many times.
It's pretty great. It's such a feel-good movie in a weird way. And I mean,
So watchable.
I can also
It's
say this,
so watchable.
Ocean's 13, quietly a delicious movie. Is David? Are you back? David, are you back?
David's
Yeah, I came back and you're talking about peeing and booing, and I was like, oh, I want to join.
David, we're gonna watch the Bellagio Fountain Show as underscored by. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna turn the music off because I
Turn
don't
the
want to
music
get
off. We don't want to get a strike again.
Because I don't want to listen to Siesta.
That's right. Look at this. Look at
Oh,
that. That's a fucking fountain show. And then at the end of this, Ashley, a woman comes out and pees on the crowd.
Yeah. Like it's
And
the
then you
breadth
boo.
of the spray that's the most impressive thing. She gets it's like a Gallagher show. You got to wear a fucking.
She's in the center of that drinking the water.
Have you seen
I-
the fountain in Barcelona? Because that's the only one I've seen in real life. But I went
No,
to
but
saw that.
does it compare to this?
It's not
Bear
as
in
wide. A lot like the pissing. It's not as wide, but it is still very impressive.
Yeah, it's like it's water fireworks, right? That's all. It's
Yeah.
just designed.
water fireworks.
Well, they did
every
it with a fireworks display that was synced up to Björk, and it was amazing.
What?
It was
I
really
will
good.
say I saw a Fantasia water display show in Disneyland, and it was incredible. They had they had like a waterfall thing where they would project film up onto the waterfall,
Yeah, nice.
and they had the
Nice.
whole the whole music of Fantasia.
Is that the only way you'll watch films?
Yeah. That's exactly why I haven't seen any films.
I have
It's not enough
I have
water
two-
power for me to watch Lord of the Rings.
I have two things
so
to say.
long.
One, when I was a kid, my mom actively I hated the movie Fantasia with an active dislike. Like it made me
Mhm.
viscerally upset from like the age of 3 or 4.
It freaked me out.
Scary.
Really freaked me
Like,
out.
it made me very angry. It was alarming. I didn't like a bunch of stuff about it. And then for years, people like I would continually be dragged to, or people would be like, "Well, we'll put on the movie Fantasia for the kid." And my mom once describes like she was like at some like meeting at like a person's like house, and it was like, "Oh, all the kids are coming. John can come." And then like they like brought me downstairs, and the like mom was like, "We'll put on this fun Disney. We put on Fantasia." And my mom like mom came upstairs and was like, "Put on Fantasia for the kids." And my mom was like, "1 second." And then just like I literally. I don't like the movie Fantasia, Mom.
Amazing.
Does anyone else watch this show of water dancing happen and just think, man, if I'm someone dying of thirst in Africa, I am so pissed off right now.
Yeah, it is the height of gluttony.
Yeah. What did you guys do with all that water? Well, it's a city in the middle of the desert, and we built a man-made lake where we illuminate the water to douchebags.
It dances.
It
Our
dances.
water dances. You
Yeah.
can't even drink it. And
You
ours
want
has
some of
chips.
this?
Look at this shit.
I also want you to know this does not do it justice at all. You are stood there going,
Yeah.
dance water, and then the fact it's every 15 minutes. Like it happens
Every 15 minutes.
I think it's every 15 minutes or half an hour, and there are people
It's-
like this how long, this much longer till, this much longer till.
Yeah,
Like,
that
the
and
strip is
the
right there.
boat show at Treasure Island. Those are the two big in the street ones. Where it's like,
Wow.
yeah, every half hour, 45 minutes, and people wait. Like it's
Like
grand.
a clock. That
It's
is a
fucking
weird
grand.
thing. Do you know, like in is it Prague or somewhere like that, where they have like, a
Ashley, is it
clock
in
that
Prague?
moves? The big clock that moves, and you just wait
Yeah,
for a
the
big
clock
clock
that
to
moves.
move.
Yeah.
There's
Wait,
one
what?
of them in Western fucking Supermare, and it drove me insane. I used to work
What are you talking
underneath
about?
it, and it would go off every 15 minutes.
What are you
The
talking about?
shittest clock in the world. A
The
moving clock
astronomical, it's an
at
astronomical
Western
clock.
Supermare.
I don't. You say that like that makes me know what you're talking about. I don't know what an astronomical clock is. Like
It
it's
is
so
it's-
big.
No, it's really tiny actually. It's really, really tiny clock, and people really wait for it all day.
Mm.
And I think it
insane.
only happens at 1 o'clock though. So people wait
I managed to
around
see it
for
because I was just in the right place, and I was like,
Yeah.
It's basically just like a
and,
clock that's got lots of moving like characters that kind of spin around.
They
on,
basically
like,
spin out and around, and then they go back inside the clock. That's it.
and that one is a little bit better than the Western Supermare one, which plays Glenn Miller, but it's so broken that it starts halfway through the song, and then it stops, and then the song starts again. And they've got basically these like guys who are pretending to play instruments with like one limb moving, being like, it's so, and I had to stand underneath it trying to sell photo shoots. It was insane.
Wait,
I
what?
nearly
Photo
killed
shoots
people.
with what?
David.
I used to sell vouchers to for a photography company that like you'd stand on the street and be like, I'm gonna usually cost this much. I'll sell it for this.
Supermare?
Yeah. But it's all right because I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. That's one of the more depressing. Also, Western Supermare just smacks of depression. I don't know why. I just always feel I'm like, it's so sad here. So this is the clock? This is the prog clock?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
The sound is off, so we don't have to.
It's really underwhelming.
27 seconds of awesomeness.
Yeah, already I already hate this so much.
Oh,
This is
people couldn't film on their phones when I went to it, so that's the thing that's changed.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That guy did have a camcorder.
Who's gonna stop this? This is the most boring YouTube video I've ever seen in my life. These four figures are a chronicler, an angel, an astronomer, and a philosopher. Shotgun philosopher. Which one? Who do you guys want to be?
I can't remember the other ones.
I'll be in the angel because it's the one I
chronicler-
remember, and I get to sound like I'm in Buffy. Yeah.
Oh, astronomer. Space is very cool.
Okay,
Despite
I'm okay
what
with being the chronicler.
Yeah,
chronicler.
I feel like you
I
are
don't
the
know how to say it properly, but that's the one I am.
Also,
this is literally
this is it, by
This
the
is
way.
what
This
people
is
wait
it.
for.
This looks like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Johnny Depp comes up in a minute.
Oh, does he?
This is all
Oh,
we can
yeah.
afford to do now.
David, can you do Buffy? Can you do Angel's accent from Buffy, please? Coming in from
here we go.
Bald Degree.
Yes. Is it in Irish? I was going to go. Here's my impression of Angel from Buffy. I haven't seen Buffy since the 90s. That's what I was going to do. Oh no, Buffy, you love me, but I am a demon and I've got a big forehead. David Borealis. That's my impression of Angel.
I'm really glad I watched that video. I'm never going to that clock. I want you to know
Yeah.
that right now. I'm never.
It's
going
a
to-
waste of time.
It is a waste
But
of time.
one thing I will say is it's very, very near to the Sex Machines Museum. Like it's right. You just the clock is there. You turn
Unfortunately,
around.
it's the same characters.
You turn around.
The angel is the philosopher.
You just look at the clock and then you turn around and then you walk down a little bit and you go in left and that's the Sex Machines Museum.
You say that like you've mentioned the Prague Sex Machine Museum on this program before. Chris, look at me. Have you ever heard that phrase from that woman on this program?
No, the only thing I know about the Prague Sex Machine Museum is they know what time it is.
Oh, come on. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
Puts on his own
The
hat. and is
Prague
like, I
Sex
did it
Machine
myself.
Museum is really worth doing. It's the only time I've really enjoyed porn.
How big of a nerd you are is that for you to really get into porn, it has to be in the context of a museum. You dork.
What's
when I
the
say
sexy
enjoyed-
version of you're laughing, you're learning. You're coming.
When
you're
I
learning.
say
Yeah.
enjoyed, I mean in a laughing way, not in a horny way.
I was gonna say, did you also pass out in these bathrooms? I got Chris to laugh. It got through the din of us, the stream coming across like it being at Chris's brother's party.
I feel like I'm listening to the 1927 Dodgers win the World Series. This is-
Speaking of the World Series, by the way, a quick sports chat between me and Chris. Chris, do you think it's going to be Dodgers Astros or is it going to be Braves Astros? I want it to be Dodgers, obviously. 'cause
Braves
I
already
want-
won.
Braves won.
Braves won.
I didn't look
Yeah.
at any. I haven't looked at any news all day. So Dodgers out. It's Braves Astros.
Braves Astros, yeah. Go
Oh,
Braves.
I'm going to play
I
Ashley
guess.
the Garfunkel and Oates song "Sports Go Sports," and it's mocking essentially you two right now. So
I don't really care.
it's the way around.
I know Chris likes
Sports
baseball.
Go Sports. Activities number one. Participants are heroes. Go team. Yeah, it's great.
I'm gonna say this is I don't really give a shit, but I know that Chris really likes sports, and I like to check in with him because he lives in an arty world and he doesn't really have anyone to talk about.
This is the only way he can talk to
sports
people
with.
now.
There's no one.
Yeah.
The first I got to talk about hip hop and basketball last night at a show. Hip hop with one of the acts and basketball with his girlfriend, and I was in fucking heaven. I was so happy.
I got news for you. I knew it wasn't basketball with one of the acts.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Nice.
it was fucking great.
I'll talk to you about 90s basketball. I care about it then. That was when it was awesome. All of them just wearing those weird suits with no collar and one shiny button up here. What the fuck was that look?
Buddy, some of the worst
cigars.
I want to
every now and then I go back and I look at just photos of famous people's fashion in the 90s, and I just have a nice time. I just laugh. Remember when Britney and Justin went all denim together?
All denim. It's such a good look.
Am I the
love
only
it
one that
so
remembers
much.
when Angelina Jolie showed up to the Oscars with her
it.
brother, and everyone was pretty sure her and her brother were fucking? Am I the only one that remembers this?
Didn't she have a vial of his blood in a necklace?
That's Billy Bob Thornton.
That
was
would be
Billy
Billy
Bob
Bob
Thornton.
Thornton.
Yeah,
Billy
yeah.
Bob
Okay.
Thornton. And by the way, did Billy Bob Thornton sue to get the blood back, and then she refused to give it back because Billy Bob Thornton's mom is quote unquote a witch? I'm pretty sure yes. I could be 100% making that up, or I could be correct.
Feels true. Feels true.
This is also, by the way, did professional wrestler Terry Funk grow up next to the Thorntons in Amarillo, Texas? That's a yes. And also, did he one time walk into a room and Billy Bob Thornton was jacking off a dog? The answer is that's 100% correct as well.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Why? When that sentence would alarm me coming out of anybody else's mouth, but because you're like, John knows a lot about who has and hasn't jacked off a dog. That's
you know what?
That's your area of expertise.
Yeah, that's his pointless.
Unless it
category.
happens in a Garfield comic.
Yeah, exactly. That would be my mastermind.
Mastermind.
Category.
That's it. Yeah,
It
yeah.
would be weird if it was my pointless category because then no one would care about it.
Yeah.
That's good because also, whilst he's jacking off a dog, he can say I started, so I'll finish. There we go. A mastermind reference that none of you understand.
No.
I only know Mastermind from when I would watch occasionally. I find Have I Got News for You old clips very soothing. I don't know what it is. It's like watching my dad's friends talk, and they did a runner for a bit where they would pretend to be on Mastermind, and I had to look up what they were making fun of to understand the joke, which is how I adjust most British culture. Is I will hear a comedian do something and then be like, "What the fuck is a jammy dodger?" And they're like,
"That's."
Is Mastermind the one where they sit someone down, they have a specialist topic, and they just ask, like quick fire ask them loads of questions? Okay, so
It's like
I
two
only
rounds, so
know
the
that
first one
one.
is specialist, and the second round is general knowledge, basically. And there's
Right.
4 of them.
I've only seen the one where the guy chose octopuses as his specialist subject. It was so fucking hot. Like
It's insane though because like some of them.
Got
if you know,
no, David, no.
That's weirder than your dislike of porn, by the way. That's
You know what? We're gonna
Shows,
watch
like,
this
staying
clip.
down.
gentlemen, no, let's all just sit in the silence of that sentence right there. That is one of, I'm going to say this right now, guys. We are bringing it on today's stream. You know what I mean? We were all wondering.
Oh, no. Someone clipped the eyes thing. I was just on the Discord. Someone clipped it.
I mean, there's a couple of things that we've said on this thing that in the context of clipping is going to make us all look like we are going to be putting a lot of you need to understand tweets. You know what I mean? We're all going to be, out of context. Also, who else is excited for this Squid Kip? And if it all turns us all on, that will be the funniest thing. Is it just turns out this man has just got an erotic way of talking? You're like,
no, he's just like he's so intelligent about octopi.
No, it's octopuses because it's not Latin.
Octopuses, yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming in this
Actually-
section where he's like octopus.
I
Yeah,
said
it's
octopuses before, but I was not sure. I can't find this clip. Does anybody know this clip?
I think it's Octopussy. Is it octopuses? Yeah, there
Boom
it is.
Chicory
Yeah.
says octopuses is fine, which makes him sound like he's like.
Yeah. I mean, that's not how, an Italian would obviously lean in. Octopussy.
All three
But-
are valid. Yeah. Octomom, very
That's
good.
a juicy octopussy.
It's a juicy octopus.
John Bishop went on Celebrity Mastermind when they asked what his specialist subject is. He asked for holidays I've been on. I'll say this about John Bishop. That
Oh,
is-
I found it. I found it. I found it.
When you hear about anecdotes of that man, you find him very charming. Also, he's having a different opening act for every single one of his shows because he's trying to pay every single comedian on the circuit.
Him and Manfred are doing that basically.
Yeah. And what's very funny, apparently they originally did it with 2 acts on every show, and they went, yeah, it is making it drag a little bit. So they cut it back down to 1 act, which I was like,
So
that's fun.
this was actually a celebrity episode of Mastermind. So the
Oh.
guy
Well,
is
We're
a
gonna put
celebrity.
in your
as well.
celebrity crush.
Who's the?
So,
Yeah.
John, we should watch the Iron Maiden one because you might get all the answers right. A lady does
Really?
one all about Iron Maiden, but also there's one about is
Look
that
at
Joel
his
Dommel?
shirt.
Looks like Dan Levy, but like
Yeah, is that-
straight.
Oh no, it's
It's
Rick
either-
Edwards or
Rick Edwards. Yeah, Rick Edwards.
Who is
Rick
Rick
Edwards.
Edwards?
I have no idea.
He
but-
presented T4 like he was like a TV presenter for like Channel 4 doing the like
Beardy Noise
Sunday
gets it.
morning like thing.
Beardy Noise.
The shirt. Look at his shirt.
The shirt is, if anything, turning me off.
Exactly.
Also, the fact that he's an
Rick Edwards
English.
knows so much about octopus.
I also want you to know this, by the way. I'm coming in hot after a week of having to perform for English people again, and I'm putting all of England on notice. I am not a fan. And I am coming for 6 weeks, and I will be taking that out on you guys.
Can't
Not
wait.
the
Are you
Troggies.
coming anywhere near Bristol?
David, I am not. It's looking like not. I really want to because I would like to see you. And Bristol is best place to see a goth working a regular job, which I got to tell you,
Yes.
puts a smile on your face every day.
Can you send me your dates so I can see if I can actually see?
Yeah, absolutely. Dates will be announced when I get this visa. I'm literally trying to be better at social media, but I officially hate when like post stuff. So I'm just paying someone to make a bunch of posters for all of my shows, so I can just put those up. And
Yeah,
I will
rad.
put those all up when the visa is. Also, by the way, if you'd like to see me and Ashley Manning, we are doing November the 28th or 9th. I can never remember.
28.
That's the 28th. That Sunday, I'm doing a work in progress show, and Ashley is going to open up. So one person will make you laugh, and the other person will have notes. So come and see which one of those is. I think I got a new opening. I think I got an opening bit for the new hour, which is usually right after the tunes that I need to play before the show in Edinburgh, which is always the first thing I figure out. The next thing is what's the first bit. I think I got it.
Uh-huh.
Did you get your visa?
He's
No,
applied
not-
for it.
It's applied.
Okay.
We'll find out within 2 weeks. Ooh, knife's edge.
Apparently, Kimmers has had the hots for this guy since she was a teenager.
Well played.
Ooh.
This guy's
I think
been
he
in,
was
Really?
in the conversation.
Also a model. He used to do XFM, BBC radio coverage for Leeds and Reading Festival. Presented
Diamond
like T4 on the beach and Hollyoaks omnibuses and stuff. You know, like the sort of
Okay.
like cut between shows sort of person for like young people.
Right.
Just coming in from Diamond Geyser. Sod's Law means you get the visa once lockdown restrictions start creeping back in. Yeah, don't think I haven't thought about that. And it really makes me nervous. But if they come back in, guess what I do? Fly back to Los Angeles.
Just make sure you book a COVID test before you're trying to come into the UK. Okay?
Of course.
Because
It's a-
that's why
yeah.
I got stuck and not let onto a flight.
I will be going to the Curative Medical Clinic. There is, I believe, 7 locations right here in Los Angeles. And I am paranoid about
No, you
missing
need one
flights.
after you arrive in as well, and you need the code from booking it in order to get let into the UK.
I will, of course, I will do all of this. I will, of
Gotta
course,
say,
do all-
we did ours at Boots. Went great. Couldn't believe it.
UTS sponsored by Boots.
Yeah. Boots Chemists. The sandwiches better than you'd think you'd get at a pharmacy.
Facts.
Okay.
Can I just say that if you really think this guy's sexy, then you might want to check out one of his other programs I've seen listed here. In 2013, Oscar Pistorius. What really happened?
Oh.
Does he
But
fire a gun
this is in
into a
2013,
bathroom just to
before they
see?
knew what had happened. So this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
them
yeah.
going, I don't know.
You know, I'm reading his Wikipedia. He went right from this to an aquarium where he fucked a squid, got all the knowledge, then tried to help Oscar Pistorius because he's like, listen, me and my you have no legs. He's got 8 legs. Let's put it together.
Work something
Ride a squid, Oscar.
Okay, look,
Right.
just like, okay, I'm just gonna let you watch it and then we'll talk.
Okay.
My argument is that once you're out on
hang on.
Gas Creek Fire, fascinating watching, and I was going to say wishing you well, but she's probably not. Netherlands, Luxembourg.
Okay, wait.
February. There we go. I was going to say wishing you well, but she's not. Probably not. No.
Oh, the octopus bit will be earlier because this will be the general knowledge bit, so it'll be earlier in the show.
Yep.
Oh.
Free European
So you
countries.
need to find
Bollocks.
it. My knowledge of Mastermind.
Oh, here we go.
Was
Okay.
useful.
David,
That could
is
be
your
your
mastermind.
what if that's your
is
mastermind topic?
topic?
Contender, please.
Mastermind.
Can I say this also about British fucking game show presenters?
Oh, this guy's
Is
dead.
They all look like they are ready to commit suicide. Like
He is already dead. Look at this man.
Oh, this guy's dead.
Look at this corpse.
his eyes,
gone
based
dead.
on his eyes, his soul is just a bag of broken Christmas ornaments. Hello, my name is Robert Atman. Welcome to Mastermind. Every day,
Robert
all I think about is the sweet kiss of the nozzle of a gun.
John,
God.
John Humphreys.
Please.
He's still alive. 78.
Ugh.
Oh, is that Richard Blackwood?
And your name is?
Might be,
Is it
yes.
your occupation?
Broadcaster and writer,
Your chosen charity?
Plastic Oceans UK,
And your chosen subject?
the octopus.
The octopus in a minute and a half. Here we go. Octopuses, along with squid and cuttlefish, belong to a class of marine mollusks. What's the term from Greek words meaning head and foot for members of this class?
Cephalopods.
Yep, an octopus has how many hearts,
John has
including the
left.
branchial hearts, which pump
John
blood through
and
the gills?
Chris have
Correct.
left.
Yep, a species of octopus discovered in 1998 off the coast of Indonesia is named for its ability to imitate other sea creatures such as flounders and sea snakes by changing color and contorting its body to confuse predators. Which species?
Thormoctopus mimicus, the mimic octopus.
Yep. The blood of an octopus is blue because the oxygen in it is transported by a protein called hemocyanin that contains which metal?
Copper.
Yep. An octopus moves by jet propulsion by expelling water through a tubular body part known as a
David's
funnel,
so
or by
horny
what
right
other
now.
name?
Siphon.
Yep. One of the world's most venomous sea creatures is the southern species of an octopus that can emit a potent neurotoxin known as TTX, which is used to immobilize its prey. What's the name of that octopus?
Blue-ringed octopus.
Yep. A research paper published in 2009 described how veined octopuses in Indonesia had been observed carrying certain items discarded by humans across the seafloor to assemble into shelters. What items?
Coconut shells.
Yeah. What's the term for the modified arm
can we
used by
pause?
male octopuses to transfer sperm to females in...
Look at how into it
Whilst
Ashley is. Like her
whilst
full
this is
body. She
hilarious.
hasn't sat up straight. She's gradually just sinking just closer to her groin.
Essentially, whilst this is hilarious, the premise of this bit is actually going, let's watch this whilst you watch me get turned on. And I'm like, this is funny, but
I mean,
just watching you slowly sink down is a bit like, I don't know.
couple of things.
But how it's
He's no
so
Mags
hot.
Magnuson, first of all. Magnus Magnuson. Second of
was
all,
Ledge.
and then the beauty noise. He opened up in Latin. That's hot. Fantastic stuff.
Mhm.
And then this is pure uncut UTS. Ashley's face is a treat through all of this. This man needs to give Dommett his face back. Ashley, if you found out that this man has a cock as thick as Joel Dommett's, would you, I assume?
I have not seen Joel Dommett's cock, so
neither have I, but all my friends have watched that video, and they've all
Uh-huh.
reported back that Joel Dommett is, let's just put it this way, he's got that confidence for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And speaking
It's
of
not
things
just his
that are
abs. It's
pure and
what
uncut.
lies beneath.
It was,
but it's just he's
Are we talking
Scrambled.
about Joel Dommett's penis or Rick
Can-
Edwards right
oh,
now?
we're talking about this. I think it's just it's
I was
so
reminded recently that we
intelligent.
were showing Lenny Kravitz's penis in a video once, and I'd forgotten about that. And then I feel like I've imagined that that's happened, but I don't want to Google Lenny
I'd
Kravitz's penis. But I
forgotten about
remember
that.
No,
that,
it's
that
a
happened.
Burst through his jeans.
It burst through
Yeah.
his jeans. And
It
let me say
escaped.
this. How you doing,
It's got its
Len?
own orbit, right?
That's a tasty penis that
Yeah.
fucking bursts through denim. Damn, that's
Len,
a powerful
Len.
schlong.
This is what I see. If I see Lenny Kravitz on the street, because he might live in LA, I don't know. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be like, hey, Len.
Speaking of penises, the organ detaches during mating.
Oh yeah.
Is that the penis? Do they shoot their penis at their prey?
I don't know.
No, it's one of their arms.
Yeah.
They take it off. They don't have penises.
See what the answer is.
By the
say during
female
mating,
in the
though.
mantle.
Hexacotylus.
Yeah,
Oh.
female octopuses
No idea
of
what
the
that is.
genus Tramoctopus can be 40,000 times heavier than their male counterparts. What's the common name for this genus that refers to the large webs that stretch between some of the arms of the females?
Blanket octopus.
Blanket octopus.
Doesn't even blink. He just
He
knows
didn't
the
even
answers.
I got news for you. If Ashley wants to mate with Rick Edwards and she was an octopus, this is how it would go.
It's so hot how much he clearly just loves octopuses. And even the charity that he chose was Plastic Oceans UK. I'm just like, oh, he cares so much.
Yeah.
Boomstickery. I love that.
What's
Doesn't
Boomstickery
even
coming
blink
with?
to buzz.
Holy shit. Oh
Is it
my
against,
god.
Is it against terms of service to look at Lenny Kravitz's cock? I know it's most penises that's against terms of service, but could we look at Lenny Kravitz?
It feels like it's public domain.
I don't. I would like. I don't want to
I'm
get
not
a
Googling
goddamn
that.
strike because we look at Lenny. I mean, that is funny though. If we got to.
It was pretty fucking wild. We can look at Fergie piss her pants live on stage if you want to watch that.
I mean, I got a video for. If we're gonna do this, I have a video to beat all of you. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen?
I can't wait to talk about hemorrhoids with you in a bit as well, actually.
I mean, but ladies and gentlemen, let's all just first enjoy.
I still
seen
haven't
this
gotten
yet.
around to my gross story that I've been saving.
Oh yeah,
Oh
the
my God,
underwear
I totally forgot
story.
about that. And no,
David's face.
I was here for the Juicy Pussy story, and you're
this
like,
is so
I've
much
got a disgusting
worse.
story as well.
This
is
isn't
the
even a sex story. This is
the
just
flavor of love. Someone pooped on the floor video. I didn't shit my pants in New York City. I took a shit. There was no toilet paper. I wiped it with a sock like an adult, and I'll never do that again. From now on, I'll just call the restaurant. All right.
Like an adult.
Yeah, like an adult. Thank you, David. Let's get a fucking. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna watch this clip. We're then gonna get Ashley's gross story. We are then gonna get the conclusion of David Hoare's thoughts on the Musical Comedy Awards, and then that's gonna be a stream, and we'll see you tomorrow. Does everyone agree with the schedule?
Great, yeah.
Yeah, great, good. And I want you guys to know all of this, by the way. It's really nice to be back, and I missed
Isn't it?
everyone on screen and everyone in the chat with one glaring exception. Looking at you, David.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, of
I don't
course.
understand how you can be so cruel to that face.
It's actually easier.
I
'cause
get
it's
so much
baby
abuse
face.
for this face. Yes.
It's such a good face, though. He's just a good. Also, I also like that. I remember when you revealed that everyone's surprised by how tall you are, and in my mind now you're 6'8". So when I meet you, I want to be like, I thought
How
you'd be
tall
taller.
are you?
6'1", but
Isn't that
everybody's
mind
like,
melting?
Everybody is like surprised.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got real 5'8" energy.
Yeah.
Well, I only found out recently that everyone lies on dating apps saying that they're 6'1" when they're not. So apparently that's everyone's just lumped me in with all these non-6'1ers.
Wait, what? People
Like
lie
John.
on
John is famously 5'7".
True. I mean, yeah, that's very good. I got a meeting with my acting agent this week, and a part of me really hopes they bring up my IMDb page.
David, did you do this?
For his height.
No, my
I only
legs are broken.
recently-
Oh no.
My legs.
I'm not very tall.
Not David. David's all fucking yeah, but oh no.
Bullying. You're bullying me. You're bullying me. I don't like this at all. I don't like it at all. I feel hurt.
I only recently found out that I'm tall. So I thought I was.
What does that mean?
I thought I was average height for a woman, and then because I thought 5'6" was average height, and then somebody was like, "No, that's quite tall," and then we looked it up, and apparently 5'4" is average height. So
For a woman?
yeah.
In this century?
That's
Not
one
like-
just clip where he says "for a woman" and then
Yeah. How tall is George Fox? He keeps saying he's hobbit sized. George Fox is tall. He's deceptively tall as well.
I met the first person. Everybody I've met via Zoom or Twitch has been shorter than me so far, except for one person.
No.
Crazy.
I will never admit to you if I'm taller or shorter than you. Just coming in quickly from Boomstickery. If you all had to have a fight, who would win? I think I'm going to say Ashley would win because Ashley's pain threshold is higher than all of us, and she'd do something really fucked up like choke us out with her smegma sac she has left over from an ear surgery from when she was a child.
I think she'd just chase John around being like, touch my abscess, and he'd faint. And that'd be...
Yeah, but the problem is I'd end up throwing up on her, and then it would be a real draw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My move
when you said Ashley might win, Chris looked visibly upset. Like that he was like,
well, I was just trying to think. It was like, could I punch Ashley? I was like, I don't think I could do it.
I feel like Chris and I would do it, but we would laugh a lot and then take it way too like we'd laugh a lot and then both get hurt in the face, like all men fighting, and then immediately it would switch from it being a joke to we're now beating the fuck out of each other, and then we'd immediately feel bad. Like we'd be like, I'm so sorry, but it's like good straight shot to the peaches.
I feel like that's how I would win, though, is I would just sit back and let you two fight it out, and then you'll both get a bit hurt and won't want to keep going.
like how Frank wins in It's Always Sunny in the wrestling episode, where everyone else has either sand in their face or their throat's been cut, and then he just stands in the middle of the ring, looks around, and just goes. Then he's the winner, and everyone cheers.
That's me.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? Richard Wright's bringing in a good point. I feel like Tom Tuck would win by just not stopping no matter the damage inflicted.
Yeah.
I can see that. I feel like he doesn't know when to quit.
Yeah.
I mean, based on the amount of times, based on every appearance on this stream of his ends with when we all look at each other in the chat going, Tom said too much. And then we just have to go, bye, Tom. And then, what?
The amount of times we just have to kind of try and remove him.
What's cute though is he gets offended in the moment, and then you speak to him the next time he's on the stream, and I feel like I want to be like, "How you feeling from the last time?" And he's like, "I was justified on everyone's behalf." But you're like,
Lovely.
all right, let's watch this clip because we've already eaten into 10 minutes of story time. Going, and here we go.
After we do the toast, I was like, what is that the smell in my crib, yo? Right now, I'm gonna leave y'all for a little bit. Then I seen this girl in the back. She kind of went out of frame for a minute, but then she came back. But thanks for coming down, y'all. When she came back, she had this look on her face like, hey, welcome.
Cheers, man.
Y'all later. Bless you, guys. Have a good time, y'all.
Thank you.
After we do the toast, something takes off upstairs.
Oh my God, that's nasty. I smelled it. Elimination is over. I just
She
wanna
clearly dealt it as well.
Right, take this deep breath and what is that smell? My God! And as I'm going up the steps, I look down. And I was spunky. No.
Hey, watch your step. I like someone. Yeah, watch out.
What
you
is
guys.
that?
Oh my goodness. Watch out. I think.
I was like, wait a minute. I know we don't have no dogs in here, but they on my stairs. Oh, hey, yo. I'm like, where did they come from?
I want everyone to know this right now. The fact that someone took a shit on camera for the VH1 show, The Flavor of Love. Ashley, I think you're muted. Go ahead.
Just standing behind a load of people.
Yeah, just ducked out. She knew the camera lines. She's like, no, just duck. Back up.
I completely forgot what this video was gonna be before. Like,
I thought
it was random. I didn't know what it.
I didn't realize they're having a toast to us. 1 second.
Please highlight Blaze It 420's.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
immaculate Blaze It 420.
Yo,
I
bum
still,
rush the floor.
I think
bum
Blaze
rush
is
the
more funny
floor.
as Jordan Robson Kramer.
Do you really?
That's what I think. I think it is. I get a sense of like the type of jokes that they do. I think it's Jordan. He said it. They said they aren't, but I think it's Jordan Robson Kramer. So I'm operating under that.
Oh,
Did you ask?
We got a conspiracy theory.
Jordan, or did you ask?
Jordan did say he watches a lot.
Yeah, Jordan watches whenever he's closing the shop. So I think it's Jordan. He's denied it, and Blaze It has also denied it. But
JRC is Batman something. Coming in from Baldy3's intense knowledge of the stream knows his screen handle. Also, Boomstickery makes a great point. The worst thing is human shit when you smell it. Yeah, human shit has a decidedly human smell to it. You know what I mean? All right. Let's continue watching. I'm going to say this right now. The greatest clip VH1 has ever produced. God damn it.
Stop it. One of them was called Nibbles and one of them was called Spunky.
Yes, at the
Everyone's like,
I'll explain, by the way. At the beginning of every series, Flava Flav would give them a nickname, which would be their name for the rest of the series.
Spunky.
Which is why one of them was, I think, just called Manhattan, and then she had a spin-off series, I think, called Manhattan Takes New York. I may have made up all of that.
Does that mean that this lady's name is something, which is why it says something poops on the floor? Because he keeps on going, and then something ran away, and I'm like, that's a person.
It's very possible this might be a woman's name, yes. The woman's nickname might be something. Also, bear in mind, we are going to get a talking head from the woman who shit on the floor, I believe, in the next minute and 20 seconds. But did they stand up, coming in from Steve Honey, but did they stand up and turn around to wipe
It
out?
doesn't look like there was any wiping.
There was no wiping. It must have come out so fast.
It must have been, yeah.
She's pooed. She's pooed.
What bathroom is she at?
How am I supposed to get upstairs?
They hunting her down.
Oh my goodness.
Someone stood in it too.
Hey, yo, son.
I love the smile on his face because he's like,
Hey, yo,
this is
son.
good television.
When she opened up the bathroom door, something jumped out. Oh my God.
It is her name. Her
That
name is
smell was something. So I think I really gave her the right name, folks. Know what I'm saying? Her name is something. Yo, you all right in there, baby?
There was no way we holding it. I'm gonna be honest. I was like holding it, and then out of nowhere, it's like my stomach was just like, bitch, you got me. I'm like, I have to go.
Oh, God love her.
So like, it just,
you know what? We've all been there.
We certainly have.
Oh, my floor, man.
At least do it in a shower.
The girl on my floor.
What I'd really like here is to just Chuck
she's
D
real
to
with it.
appear
She's
and
like,
start
yo,
making
check this
social
out,
commentary.
baby, this is who I am. There's a wild gorilla running around loose in that bathroom.
Oh, that's excellent.
Damn.
I'm gonna say this, and I am aware that Flavor Flav, as it turned out, to no one's surprise, is a real piece of shit. Hi-oh. I do like that he is immediately kind of like, I like her honesty. You know, like everyone else is like, that's gross, and he's like, she keeps it real. Speaks from the heart.
She's my kind of person, really.
Also, I
I
want to
think
point
I'd
out.
get along well with
I
her.
want to point out she took a shit at the bottom of the stairs, and then they found shit midway
top.
through.
Yeah, she took a mid step.
Yeah.
She
So what
squeezed one out.
who I think it is, and I know this from the Opie and Anthony show, R.I.P., is that Anthony, he of being a racist monster, was dating a newscaster from New York.
Mm-hmm.
She was taking fat suppressors, and when Anthony then cheated on her, and she then went to his house and burned a bunch of his stuff as a result, he on the radio announced that she took fat suppressors, which means that her body would just expel fat from the food out her asshole at like moments when if she wasn't really, really careful. And it would be like a greasy, like translucent shit, just like somewhere. Like it would be like the worst Jello pudding pop you've ever had in your entire
That's
life.
disgusting.
It
You know
would
what?
be
My
like-
story is less gross now.
From what they described, it would be like
Does that not relieve you?
It would
A
be
little
like
bit.
if Jello made a beef flavor. That's how I would best describe what they were talking about.
Ooh. Jello bouillon.
Oh.
I gotta pee real quick. I'm gonna do that, and then I want to hear Ashley's story. I'll be right back.
Oh God,
David. So what did you do to celebrate your win? Were you in big? Did you stay over the night in big London town, or did you have to?
Yes, we were staying at Cleo's godmother's house. But honestly, like I'd had like 2 beers before the show, 2 beers after the show. And literally after they handed it to me, I was just baffled. I just came out. I met a bunch of people who were like, imagine coming outside when like one of the greatest things that's ever happened to you happens, and like all of these people in the chat who you've never met in real life are just there because like loads of people from like the Infinite Sofa on my stream were like there.
Oh.
And so I'd met some of them before, but not all of them. And then somebody else was there, somebody who I met through doing all the tech work, who has won the Musical Comedy Awards previously. I rang him to be like, have you got any advice for doing it? And he was like, you know what, I'm going to come down. I got to meet him in real life, and that was a bit of a nuts. It's like somebody I
so nice.
mildly idolized, and
nice.
He came down to support me, and I was like, okay, cool, that's nice. So then after that, I was like, so we went and had like, I had like a rum at like the Euston. There's like a tiny, it's like just opposite Euston station. There's like
the little snug bar that's in the pillar of the station. That is a great London. That's a real fun London pub.
Oh, I walked past that. I actually know this one.
It's God, isn't it? It's a really nice place actually. If you want an afternoon pre-train pint, you go down the street there. I'll tell you what.
And then basically, like, Cleo doesn't drink, and she was like, I want to make sure we get back and not piss off my godmother. And I was so, like, already just, like, I couldn't really have conversations with people because it was just, like, I had a bit, and they were like, how are you? And I'm like, just great. Yeah, great, fine. Yeah, good. Yeah, really good. That, we kind of chipped back after that. But it was just nuts. It was, like... I easily felt like it was like one of the best performances I had ever done, and I've watched it back today and been like, that went all right. To be fair.
Let me ask you this: did you, when you got back to the godmother's place, think about, you know what, Cleo, you're about to get it from the audience choice of the 2021 Comedy Music Awards
on this fold-out sofa bed?
Crass, John.
I'm not being crass. That's probably what. Did you think that, David Horn?
No, I didn't. I thought. My adrenaline went. Bam.
No, because he's a good boy.
I mean, I am all for never having sex when you're staying with family, but we all have been in. I have been in the situation more than once when you are if you are dating someone that is fine with it, it's a real because they're like, what? No one can hear you, and you're like, by implication, they can hear us. So no, absolutely not.
I put in the private chat who came to see me, by the way. Just
that's nice.
He's a good man.
Oh, such a lovely person.
Right. I had to text stuff for him in lockdown, and we'd always have what was supposed to be a 2-minute conversation that would last anywhere between half an hour and an hour. So I knew I could talk to him, and then he came down, and I was like,
such a good guy.
He was one of the people who he literally said to me, he was like, cut the shit, get yourself on a stage. He like when that was me starting comedy, like with him.
It's very sad because someone is.
The reason I'm not saying his name because it just feels like a big.
I'm not gonna. Let's not say his name, especially for what I'm about to say, which is because someone's stolen his act to undercut him, for certain corporate things, and his reaction to it is one of the most sweet things I've ever seen, which is. I just feel bad because I think I do it better than he does. I don't care that he's doing that thing.
Who is it that's undercut him? Can you put it in the private chat? I think I have an idea.
I wonder if I have a guess.
Ooh, I have a guess.
I bet you all do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
not
what
who I thought.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Who is just taking it to like astronomical levels.
He's better than that person. He's definitely better than that person. There's no question.
Yep. Baldy figured it
out. He's just the nicest person.
So good.
All right.
And like
Ashley.
Yes.
Guinevere Manning.
Is that your middle name?
No.
Shit.
Her middle name is.
The stream was nearly exciting.
No, I don't have a middle name.
Oh, that's right.
Yet,
because you're not Catholic.
Yeah.
You're a heretic. Oh, let me ask this, Ashley. What is the disgusting story you're going to share with all of us here? Go ahead.
Is one of the weirdest, most disgusting things that's happened to me for a while. So, okay. It's involving my underwear. And
Something
okay.
going in on. I no, just tell us.
No. I don't want any spoilers.
Go ahead.
So we all know that the ladies' genitalia has a lot of bacteria, right?
Like a
There's a lot of secretions, expulsions.
There's a lot, there's a lot of stuff going on down there. Okay.
I was alarmed that that's what you needed to get clear before the story could continue.
Guys.
It's an ecosystem. Exactly. Thank you,
my
Booster.
God. We can all agree that sometimes there are explosions. So
My
let me
brain just-
begin with why the factory is no longer here. Go ahead.
My brain just came up with the worst sentence I think I've ever thought.
Go on.
Stick a cork in it and make it a terrarium, which is the I don't know why I thought that.
Oh, that is what we're putting on a t-shirt.
With my face.
That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry.
Audience favorite, ladies and gentlemen. Audience favorite.
Because it also requires that tiny bit of knowledge about terrariums.
What's the weird thing is,
I feel so proud and so awful.
That's good stuff.
I feel like that's better than the story. But okay. So I got back from my holiday on Tuesday, right? And then Wednesday or Thursday, I'm unpacking my suitcase, and you go away, you come back, you have to wash everything, right? But I also had a little bit of laundry that was in my laundry basket since before I had gone away. And so John's face.
I'm just trying not to guess where this story's going, and my mind is going to no good place. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like someone said, "So the Holocaust. Wait, do you know what that is?" And I didn't, and I'm just having to guess. You know what I'm saying?
So
I do know what the Holocaust is. Go ahead.
I'm getting,
and by that he means he thinks it's a lie.
I just have a I mean, that many people would be missed, Chris. It's all I'm saying.
They continue to be, John. They continue to be missed.
So I am going through the laundry basket because I'm separating off colors and darks and lights. And
so now who doesn't believe in the Holocaust?
You know what? Baldy, you're not far off.
What do you mean he's not far off? What do you mean he's not far off?
So there's a few pairs of underwear that have been sat in a laundry basket for about 10 days.
Go ahead.
And when I pull them out,
all right.
I really, really am so aware that I'm saying this on an internet right now.
On internet?
On the internet. On an area of the internet.
There's this internet. There's that internet that Josh Duggar was caught on, and now he's facing federal charges. There's so many internets.
It is the same thing about it. It's coming from the same thing as when girls bleach their underwear. Oh wait, I'll wait for John so he can hear the rest of the story.
How is he wearing shorts?
I like those shorts. I like those shorts.
They're cute shorts.
My
As
dad
a man
was
in the cold country, I was jealous. Very jealous.
My dad was calling me, and I forgot to turn my phone off, so I just turned it off.
Well, there's a
Is he ringing you to say, "Are you hearing Ashley's story?"
Yeah, he's calling in to say, "Do not let this woman finish the story."
So this is the thing that I found was that I took out a couple of the underwear, and there was like really big fluffy mold had grown.
Wow.
But like, when you've John, your mic is gone. You've unplugged. But like,
John just came like an octopus.
as in, when you see specimens from labs like in dishes or something, and you're like, oh, I've never seen that kind of thing before. It was It was so big and fluffy.
It's now a bad time to bring up that my life was saved by penicillin.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Actually, I'm gonna say this right now. You came to fucking play when it came to this stream. I want you to know that, and we are impressed.
I started off with hemorrhoids, and
When
now
you
we're at
say
moldy underwear.
Big fluffy mold. What does that mean?
Like fluffy, like it was
Was it like
really
Like
explosive.
on bread that's been left out for too long. Like if
Yeah.
you like, wow.
Yeah.
like when you find a jar of
Well,
like
you know, yeast.
pickles or mustard or something that's
Okay,
gone
I
off?
want you to know, by the way, if you because I was typing in, I left my underwear for 10 days and now there's mold. If you type into Google, I left my underwear, these are the things that come up. At his house, can I leave my underwear on during a massage? Can I leave my underwear on during surgery? Can I leave my
The
underwear
answer to
on
that
during...
is yes, but they will remove it for you.
What kind of
Oh,
surgery?
yeah.
Can I leave
Mhm.
my underwear on
True.
during a bikini wax?
Nope.
And
Depends on the wax, actually.
Wow.
Here's the final one. Why would a guy leave his underwear at your house?
It was not black mold. My gun is huge, but I appreciate the concern. Yeah,
Your
it
voice is
was
trembling.
it was
saying-
the mold that looks like it has hair.
Wow.
It was so bizarre. I think something happened. I think
Something did happen.
Yeah,
yes.
no,
Yeah.
Ashley, that is not debatable. Something
But
has happened here.
I think it's because I also had a cloth in there that I had used to clean, so it would have had some sort of bacterial spray in it.
Yes.
And I think that's what maybe caused that, because it was only on 2 pairs of underwear and there was more in there. And so they were the 2 pairs that were sat with this cloth. The 2 pairs of underwear are in the bin. I did not try and keep them. Don't worry.
What? You didn't just put them in an aquarium and see what happens?
When you Google
There's
this,
a cork
is
on it.
a nightmare, ladies and gentlemen. A
Oh,
night.
you didn't Google it.
Oh, and let me tell you, I'm currently looking at a Quora article that is a nightmare.
Oh no.
Can I still wash moldy underwear and use it after drying, or should I just throw away any moldy underwears? My mom doesn't allow me to wash my clothes last week, and mold is the result. I mean, that person I need to ask so many questions. Oh, there's so many answers to this question. All right.
Yeah,
You've gone
Ashley,
down
the
a
cure to
wormhole,
COVID
son.
could have been in your pants.
Oh my
I know,
God.
right?
You didn't even let them check. You didn't even let them check. You didn't even just hand it to a biologist just to be like, just in case.
What did you get? I got Pfizer. I got Manning.
Yeah.
This is coming in from 5-4. I wonder how many DMs you'll get to buy them.
Yeah, if you were going to sell them, that's
Well,
like
they are gone. It did occur to me. I was like,
Yeah.
there's some fucked up part of the internet where somebody will pay good money for this.
I mean,
But-
actually, I feel like you've created one of the most intense versions of one man's trash is another man's treasure situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it freaked me out too much. I was just like, nope, no, get out.
You're 100% right. I want you to
I was
know-
afraid it was alive, you know?
Was there a smell? A lot of mold has
No.
smells. No smell.
No.
wasn't musty.
No.
Okay, sorry.
That's
mean,
okay. I brought this to the table, David. You're
You
allowed
did
to
an
ask
amazing
whatever
job.
question.
It's
It's just the way he went. No, and I was like,
we've done.
I've
2
not
hours
really
and-
asked the lady if their underwear is musty in like a private situation before, let alone when a bunch of people are watching.
We've done 2 hours and 1 minute. I literally, just as it hit 2 hours and 1 minute, my entire body just went, oh no. In my head, my body just went, I have to go take a big giant post-plane shit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
You got back today?
I got back yesterday.
Okay.
And let me tell you this, I think I've skirted most of the jet lag because I stayed up all night, slept for 7 hours on the flight because I had a row of seats to myself. Then got back, slept for 3 hours, farted a lot, got up for an hour, allegedly went back to bed, woke up today at 7, feel amazing. Here's what I need you all to know. I need to go take a shit right now.
Cool. Tomorrow, I've got a lot of questions about Dubai that we're going to get to.
Yeah.
We are going to get to Dubai. David, thank you so much for coming and
Thank you for having me
congratulations
on.
again.
It was
You are
lovely to
very
have you.
you're a very talented man and you deserve it. Which brings us to our raid message will be congrats, David.
Yeah. That's a good raid message.
Thank
Who are we
you.
raiding?
Chris sent me a message saying all the Troggies are with you, and I was like, that was so nice. And I was getting messages all day from nice people like yourself. Mark Nelson sent me a message, and I was like,
Oh,
"The
that's
fuck,
nice.
you have no need to be this nice to me, sir."
Oh, this is a random question you may not be able to answer. Why did Stu stop doing the infinite sofa? Or is it just it ran its course and he just wanted to do something else?
It got quite intense, and then also that.
Oh.
Probably should have just said also that and told you the other bits off stream. But yes, it got quite intense.
I want to know what the intense thing is right after we raid, so I can find out what that is, and it's not recorded. And then I'm going to take a poo, and then we're going to go live our lives. Ashley,
Yay.
Chris, any other closing thoughts? How are we all feeling?
I'm good.
Do you have any
Grand.
any plugs
I
for the
feel
week?
like I've said a lot on this particular show
You
about
certainly have.
myself.
In terms of
If anybody
truth-
ever was attracted to me that watches this show, I feel like I've turned them.
I mean,
It's really intensified now.
Yeah, I would
She's
agree.
rusty.
Basically all it really has done is told everyone you're playing with a level of honesty that is memorable.
Whenever I get asked to write songs for this stream, I write stuff about this guy and this guy, and they're like, sure. And then every time I write songs, I kind of try and work out what I can and can't include about Ashley. And even then, still, there's a bit of a negotiation because there's just been so much. And I'm always fine to not to put stuff in and leave it out. But I'm like, this might be funny, but it also might not be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to say it. The musty underwear still pales in comparison to the noise I can hear in my head right now of Allen key in child's mouth seconds before it's in my head. Like it's just,
I mean, they're two very different stories.
Yeah.
Are they though? Are they?
Boomstickery makes a good point. It says if I went out, I wouldn't be worried about telling you a fucking thing. And that's nice. They're just like, you know what? Open book. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't have none of this pretending to be someone I'm not. I know everything about you. So
I can never be said that I'm not honest.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's one of those things where if you should put on your Tinder profile just a link to this show, just be like, just so you know what you're in for. Yeah.
There you go. You will find out a lot.
Who are we gonna raid?
We have 1030 JH. We got Fox Comedy, and My Gun Is Huge. Those are the only three I have online.
Yeah.
Can I say I'm doing the Frog and Bucket tomorrow in Manchester? If you're in Manchester, come see me. Get in a bus. Get in a big old bus tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I've done that
that's
bus
a big
many
bus.
times.
That bus sucks. Let me tell you what that. Yeah.
I'm going to watch Twin Peaks.
Nice. Which season?
Wait, which season?
I've just started season 2 because I've just done season 1 recently. So the beginning of season 2 is nice, and then it gets shit.
It's good, and then it's weird.
I would
It's a
bring
wild
another
ride.
show to watch. I'm going to tell you this right now. Like it's Twin Peaks.
It takes me some time to get through, but I absolutely love it. But
It's
I also will probably do
that
some other
first
stuff.
season. You
know what? That third season is glorious once you get through it.
Yeah.
It's immense. It's so good.
I disagree. I think David Lynch needs a box. You can't be like, David, here's a bunch of money and no one's going to stop. Well, thank you. All right. First thing we need to do, giant mockingbird, not to be filmed, just to see that we can do it. No, David, bad idea. I'm a man who meditates and smokes. I'm a real contradiction-rooney.
Oh, actually, when I got hemorrhoids, I went to the pharmacy to get some cream for it, and I went in and I went, "Have you got any? Have you got any Anusol cream?" And she went, "Do you mean Anusol?" And I was like, "Can I just have it, please?" Rather than discuss the phonics. I'm in pain.
Oh wow!
Who are we rating?
I don't. Any of those 3 years, good. Let's. JH. That one is.
Yeah,
we read the
10:30
other two.
JH would be good.
He's
All
fine.
right.
He's fine.
We're doing it.
I'm doing Monday morning motivation tomorrow on my Twitch channel as well tomorrow. So come follow.
Oh
me
yeah.
Oh,
here.
everyone
Go check
follow
out
David.
David
You
Hort
probably
tomorrow
already
morning.
Yeah,
10 a.m.
Probably already are. 10.
10 a.m.
It's fine. 10. That's because it
And
says
the-
10:30 in the name of that guy.
Yeah. Raid message is of course congrats David. Congrats David.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It was a great show. A lot of asshole nonsense, and we will see you all tomorrow. How is that? Are we rating? Can I hit the weird creepy video?
Hit that video, buddy. Take care, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a great one.
Bye, everyone. You're wonderful.
And that's all. Penis into her vagina. And that's all. That's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse. That can't happen.